the Wells Fargo Minnesota Sports Prep Update for Wednesday, February 26th. I'm Ryan Phelps. Records are made to be broken, and two of them went down in a big way last night. The Waconia girls basketball team pushed the bar even higher in a 122-115 overtime win over Glencoe Silver Lake. The Wildcats set a girls' state record by making 23 three-pointers on 59 attempts, breaking the previous mark of 18. The 237 combined points also set a state record, breaking the mark of 216 set earlier this season in Waconia's 112-104 loss to Buffalo. 5 players scored in double figures for Waconia, led by junior guard Anna Schmidt with 21 points. Senior post Steph Klockman scored 52 for Glencoe Silver Lake in the loss. But these are not uncharted waters for Waconia, who scores a whopping 92.8 points per game, but gives up even more at 93.2. Coach Carl Pearson models his offense after Loyola Marymount and Grinnell College's run and gun style, coining the phrase fun and gun. They've attempted over 1,000 three-pointers this season, sinking just over 25%. After last night's overtime win, the Wildcats are now 9-14 on the season and have just 2 more games left until playoffs begin in early March. The girls' state basketball tournament begins Tuesday, March 18th in Minneapolis. The boys start 1 week earlier on March 12th.
I like saving money. I mean, it's not like I have a purse stuffed with coupons or... Okay, I do. The other day, I went into Wells Fargo to get help with a car loan.
Good news. You qualify for our double discount promotion. Get double the interest rate discount we normally give on select new loans and lines of credit just for being a Wells Fargo checking package customer.
And the best part, I didn't even need a coupon.
Come to Wells Fargo to discuss how the double discount promotion can help with the interest rate on your new loan or line of credit. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Subject to credit qualification. Wells Fargo Bank N.A. Equal housing lender.
Winter. Yeah, give me a break.
It's never too early to think green. Springtime lawns and savings. The Mulch Store is a great community resource for landscaping and other landscaping materials. Coming soon, the Mulch Store will be offering its in-store products online. MulchStoreMN.com. Browse and buy mulch, soils, grass seed, rocks, edging, and more. Everything you need to make your neighbors green with envy. The MulchStoreMN.com. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
And today, more talk about the record books. New Richland, Heartland, Allendale, Geneva. That's a big mouthful for this small co-op located just a little ways southeast of Mankato. But they're big in the world of girls basketball, ranked number 1 in Class 2A, and they've won 55 straight games. They're 25-0 this season and won 30 straight last year en route to the Class 2A championship. And now they're 1 win shy of tying the second longest winning streak in girls basketball history. Rochester Lourdes won 56 straight from 1989 to 91. The longest winning streak belongs to Fawston at 78 games. They'll hit the hardwood next on Monday in the opening round of the Section 2 tournament. Gopher recruit Carly Wagner scored 49 points in their most recent win, giving her 930 this season. The senior is averaging 37.2 per game. In other news, Belgrade Bruton El Rosa's boys basketball team is ranked number 1 in Class 1A, and they've won 70 straight home games. The state record in that category is 72, set by Walnut Grove from 1952 to 60. The Jaguars are 12-0 at home this season and will go for win number 71 at home tomorrow against Royalton in the first round of the Section 5 tournament.
Here comes a rush for the Greyhounds. It's Altman down low. Dips the shoulder, tries to center, walks right in, they score!
And perhaps the best 3-day stretch in all of Minnesota high school sports begins tonight as the boys hockey section finals get underway at various sites around the state. In all, 16 teams will qualify for next week's boys state hockey tournament, which starts Wednesday at the XL Energy Center in downtown St. Paul.
Shot taken, rebound, loose, down low, it's a goal! Carly Bullock into the back of the net, her second of the game, 6th of the tournament, 51st of the year, and it's tied at 2.
That's Steve Pesic with the call on MSBN as Blake tied East Grand Forks 2-2 in the third period during the Class 1A championship of the Girls State Hockey Tournament at the XL Energy Center on Saturday. The Bears would complete their comeback later in the third as Sylvie Wallen scored her second goal of the period, giving Blake a 3-2 win over East Grand Forks as they win back-to-back championships in Class 1A. Red Wing defeated St. Paul United 5-2 for the third place trophy, and Proctor Hermantown topped Alexandria 4-1 in the consolation finals.
Shot from the left wing, panic to the back door, and Patrick slides across. What a stop by Leah Patrick. It is her show, folks. Bow down.
In the Class 2A championship, Hill Murray relied on some strong goaltending from junior Leah Patrick as they held off one of the top teams all season, Benilde-St. Margaret's. 5-3 was the final score as Hill Murray, one of the prominent teams in boys hockey, wins their first ever girls championship. In the third place game, Lakeville North beat Eden Prairie 5-1, and in the consolation finals, it was Andover topping Mounds View 1-0. In the gymnastics state meet, Bailey Dupay of Northfield won her 8th state championship. 5 now as a gymnast, 3 as a diver, as she captures the all-around medal in Class 2A. Sella Fadness of Austin won the individual championship in Class 1A. The team trophies, well, they went to Roseville in Class 2A, and Melrose took it home in 1A.
Your first word probably wasn't something like finance, or savings, or ATM. But whatever that first word was, it opened up a world to you that was built on conversations. It's this exchange of ideas that Wells Fargo puts into practice every day, through listening, guiding, and planning. So when the conversation is about ways to grow your savings or your business, we'll be here to help you find the right answers. Because an open dialogue is what opens doors. Wells Fargo. Together we'll go far. Wells Fargo Bank, N.A.
I'm in a state of caffeination, got all my fingers shaking. Must have been my large Americano, mochaccino, macchiato. Now the family's gone to bed, and that's my favorite time to get some tips on better rates. Cause my State Farm guy answers late, and even when it's not my agent, someone's standing by so patient. Getting coverage questions answered helps me to relax. Get to a better state, State Farm.
Visit Brandy Warmbier's State Farm Insurance Office, located off Singletree and Flying Cloud Drive, online at brandywarmbier.com.
With a variety of uses, a Coke rubber flat molded tarp strap is just what you need to make sure everything is secure. Made of EPDM rubber, these...
It's time for another round of live local play-by-play coverage of Southwest Metro High School sports. Tonight's broadcast is brought to you by the Mulch Store, Performance Therapy Innovations, Alpha Investment Advisors, The Tavern on 4 and 5, The Sun Current, Home Video Studio, and in partnership with BEC TV, Bloomington Educational Cable Television. Catch all of the action all season long on your home for Southwest Metro Sports, PSB Media. Game time is coming up next.
Welcome into PSB Media. We're just underway here at Mariucci Arena. Bit of an early start by about 5 minutes or so, as I'm Brett Johnson here providing play-by-play. I have Kevin Hagstrom on color, and also a little bit later on, Pete Wagner. Eden Prairie will have it from their own zone, as having some trouble with it was the defenseman Brady Shue falling to the ice, trying to get an outlet pass, fell to the ice, puck came loose, but Jake Gertis covered it up, so we'll have a face-off here deep in the EP zone. 16:45 to go in the first period. Glad to have you with us here for the Section 6 championship, as the Eagles will draw it behind their own net. Luke Snuggerud will have it, bank it off the half wall and get it out, where it's gloved down by Ben Newhouse, one of the standout defensemen that Benilde has. Red Knights will slap it into the zone. Snuggerud will retrieve it in the corner as he's being pestered by Spencer Noss, a couple of Mr. Hockey finalists battling it out. Snuggerud will pass it up along the left wing boards to Michael Graham. Popped up into the air. Aguilar will now have it. Pass it over to Riley Argetsinger on the right wing. Argetsinger works his way into the zone, then will dump it. Spencer Newhouse now for Benilde. Will ice the puck, as we'll get our second whistle here of the game with 16:06 to go in period number 1. Kevin, fun to be working with you again. Don't get to do this often here during the winter sports season, but kind of our grand finale here of high school hockey, as well the face-off here to the left of Jalen Long, who will be the netminder for Benilde.
It's a great finale game that we'll be covering. Obviously, a section final state on the line, and these two teams have gone at it already 3 times this year, and there have been some fun games involved. Total of 25 goals in those 3 games.
Yeah, hard to believe they met 3 times and they're not even in the same conference. Benilde will have it at the point as they'll send it down low. That's Jack Lawton clearing it there. Red Knights have it behind the net. They'll turn it over to Andy Aguilar. He in turn on his pass loses the puck. There's a shot right on. Gertis with a blocker save. tied up along the far side as Michael Parrish trying to kick it outside. He'll get it to Argetsinger. Pass intercepted. Here's Benilde working their way between the hashes, but good job to poke that away by the defense there of the Eagles. That's Charlie Lawrence now tied up along the near side. It'll come away to Jack Keeley. He'll bank it off a Benilde player into the Red Knights zone. He'll chase it down against the Red Knights, number 26, Will Duda. Hard hit delivered as EP sends it right back to the end line. Played over to the far side corner for the Red Knights. Evan Fleming to clear it on out. Snuggerud there to hold up near that penalty box area along the far side. Snuggerud will retreat, go cross ice to Cole Lawrence. Here comes the sophomore weaving his way into the zone. Fires a shot. Kick save made by Jalen Long. Now the Red Knights in transition as it'll be dumped in by Nate Meyer and picked up by Snuggerud behind the net. Eden Prairie able to clear it out to neutral as they'll have it. That's Luke Snuggerud. Snuggerud will stick handle behind his own net as he's being pestered by Meyer. Snuggerud to take it across the blue line. They'll dump it in as the Eagles are off on a change. Picking it up will be Ben Newhouse for Benilde. Newhouse will wave his way into the Eden Prairie zone where he'll flip it in. It'll be picked up by Mr. Hockey finalist Spencer Noss. Now Carter Rue, another standout player, has it as he's tied up by a couple of EP players. Eagles will gather up the puck. They'll send it to a streaking player into the zone. Here's a breakaway and they score 5-0. Eden Prairie on the scoreboard first. That's Steven Spinner scoring, and for him, his 20th of the season, getting behind the Benilde defense as he gives the Eagles a 1-0 lead, Kevin.
That was an excellent pass. Eden Prairie coming out of their own defensive end had three players kind of skating on each other's heels. A little bit of miscommunication initially as Michael Graham got in the way of his teammate. But a pass was made up ahead, streaking down the slot or down the seam of the ice, and timing that one perfectly, giving him some space out in front as he crossed into the offensive zone with Spinner. And he made it deep to the strong side, to the glove side of the goaltender Long, and then went with the backhand right past Long's pad. So a great start for Eden Prairie, and Spinner getting on the scoreboard already.
Steven Spinner now a team-leading 46 points. It's tied up in the corner here of the Benilde zone where Riley Argetsinger will try to gather it out. Now he's helped out by Jack Keeley. Keeley short pass to Argetsinger or overshoots him. Benilde will have it along the end boards. Now pass it up along the near side to Holmers. Still a battle for the puck along the rail. Finally it'll be Mark Caskey. Will bank it off the half wall, get it outside the zone. Bold now has a little trouble with it. He has to retreat and pick it up in his own zone as he's being pestered there by Caskey. Also helping out there is Brady Shue. They'll send it over to Jack Sullivan. Sullivan will skate with it, overshoot a centering pass out in the neutral zone to Jack Clays. A couple of baseball players out there on that line here for the Eagles. And now Sullivan will send it into the zone. It'll be Johnny Austin. Very good defenseman, 5 goals, 17 assists for the Red Knights on the season. As they'll send a long pass out to neutral and they'll dump it in. Snuggerud to pick it up behind his own net as Benilde-St. Margaret's off on a change. 1-0 Eden Prairie here early with the lead with 12:40 left in the first period. Now work their way into the zone will Eden Prairie. Jack Sullivan's shot go wide. Now it's the Eagles off on a change. As it'll be Ben Newhouse sending it up on the right wing side. Here comes Noss. Noss to the end wall, centers it. Good coverage there by the EP defense, including Aguilar among others, to tip away that centering pass opportunity. And now it's going to be Eden Prairie skating with it along the left wing boards here into the Benilde zone. Steven Spinner, his pass blocked by Spencer Noss. 3 Mr. Hockey finalists all together playing in this game with Snuggerud and Spinner for Eden Prairie and Spencer Noss for Benilde-St. Margaret's. Red Knights are able to clear it out, and here comes Spencer Noss with a burst of speed, 2-on-2, but he stood up by the Eden Prairie defense. Good job down there as now here come the Eagles working their way into the zone. There's a shot right on by Michael Parrish. Now it's tied up in the corner and out of the end wall. Puck trickles loose. Benilde will get it as Caskey will flip it up into the Benilde-St. Margaret student section. And again, talking about the defensive play there by Michael Parrish just a second ago against the very talented Spencer Noss.
Yeah, it wasn't his responsibility necessarily, but he saw the opportunity, the streaking Noss. And he met him, stood him up in the right face-off circle, getting that puck or getting the stick in there on the puck, slowing down Noss's progress, getting the takeaway, bringing it down to the other end of the ice, and putting a nice backhand in on Long, the goaltender for BSL.
I had to double check that myself. I was a little surprised to see Parrish back there playing defense, but did a nice defensive play. Here come the Red Knights as they'll dump it in here to the Eden Prairie zone. Brett Bull now has seen a lot of ice time early on. Can't quite clear it as it's held in by Zach Hale. Tied up in that corner. Hale trying to dig it out along with Aguilar here of the Eagles. Eden Prairie's able to get it as they can't get the outlet pass to work. Newhouse will shoot it right back into the zone. Gertis behind the net will try to slow it down for Aguilar. Benilde will get there first as Aguilar has Mark Haskey tied up in along the advertising. Still trying to dig that out. Benilde will get it. Here comes Holmers. Holmers can't center it. Newhouse gets a weird deflection. Benilde will have it in the circle. Now in the slot, a shot that goes just wide. Eden Prairie with the Keeley gets checked off the puck. Played back to Aguilar. Here comes Andy Aguilar across center ice. He'll dump it into the zone as Eden Prairie's off on a piecemeal change. Red Knights will ring it around the end boards. Overshoot number 28, Nate Meyer. That allows Eden Prairie to hold it in. Tied up along the near side boards. Flipped back into the end wall. Benilde again will send it around the end wall. Clays will get there first. Leave it for a teammate who doesn't quite get there in time. Here comes Schmidt to help out. Schmidt playing in his second game since January 10th when he had an earlier injury. Did pick up a goal against Holy Family. Shot from the top of the circle. Goes just wide from Cole Lawrence. Red Knights will have it behind their own net. And so bank it off the wall and get it out. Pass a little too far. That'll allow Bold now to send it right back out to neutral. Now it's Eden Prairie 3-on-2 if they hurry across the blue line. Here's Colton Schmidt. Backhanded shot. Had to kind of spin around. And it's covered up by the goaltender, Jalen Long.
Well, offensive setup right there. Not the most on that shot from Schmidt, but still putting it on a goaltender who struggled at times this season. Jack Sullivan almost getting there on the rebound, but Long was able to cover up. Eden Prairie, after a bit of a slower start, has really dominated possession over the last couple minutes and has that 1-0 lead.
Off the face-off, Luke Snuggerud will tip it up into the air to the end wall. Benilde will get it. Waiting is Johnny Austin, turns the puck over. Here's an opportunity for Graham, but he gets wrestled off the puck. Now it's Benilde in transition, 2-on-2. Along the right wing boards is Jungles, very dangerous. Jungles will throw it out in front at an open net as Gertis was out of position, but good job there by the Eden Prairie defense to recover.
Yeah, Brady Shue put himself in position backside to at least get the stick out and protect.
Looked like Jungles was thinking about doing the wraparound, but I think Gertis was anticipating the same thing, but threw it out in front and had an open net if they could have gotten to that.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Jungles just lost possession of the puck. I think, maybe in his mind he was trying to wrap around, but it just squirted away from the stick.
Red Knights will send it into the Eden Prairie zone. Aguilar gets checked off the puck. Good centering pass, shot from the top of the circle, fired by Callendor, and a save is made by Gertis, trying to go 5-hole on Eden Prairie senior netminder, who has good numbers on the season, 17-7-2, 259 goals against average, 899 save percentage. Save percentage a little lower than he would like, but I think he's played better than those statistics, especially in some big games, coming up with some big saves here for the Eagles.
Well, these two teams, very good offenses. Again, we mentioned 25 goals combined in the 3 contests head-to-head, and playing on this bigger sheet of Mariucci ice, could see the scoring really open up, although only 1 goal so far.
Yeah, talking to some media, a lot of people thought this would be a 6-5 or 7-6 type of game. It'll be dumped into the zone and icing here against Benilde-St. Margaret's.
It still could be.
Well, you never know. We had a wild 6-5 overtime victory by Eden Prairie at the community center a few weeks ago, and Michael Graham picked up the winner in overtime after Brady Shue jumped up on the play from his defensive position, made a beautiful centering pass to Graham. Jalen Long actually came way out of his net to try to cut off the angle, but Graham was able to go 5-hole for the game winner in that overtime game. Face-off will be to the right here of Jalen Long. Try to get you his numbers when we can. We had such an abrupt start, couldn't even get you statistics as we were about 5 minutes early here on the puck drop. Nothing like the Edina Prior Lake game that I was covering with North Star Sports where they dropped the puck, get this, 12 minutes early.
Good thing you guys were all in position to go on the air.
We were scrambling, my goodness. It's in the corner here of the Benilde zone as they'll get it up along the far side boards, not clearing it as it's held in by Michael Parrish. Now tied up in the skates of Holmers. Holmers will actually carry it himself and now dump it in. Red Knights are off on a change, so Snuggerud picks it up behind his own net. Here comes Snuggerud passing it over to the right side to Argetsinger. Snuggerud wants it back as he's jumped up on the play. Argetsinger elects to fire a shot, which is turned away by Jalen Long. And now out at neutral, here comes the dangerous Spencer Noss from the circle. Takes a shot, saved by Gertis, gives up a rebound. And Gertis makes an additional save. Now they center it again here to Spencer Noss. Good coverage there by the defense. Riley Argetsinger among the players there to deny that pass. And now it's Graham the other way. Graham has a trailer looking at center. Tried to center it to Steven Spinner, but turned away by the Benilde defense. And now here come the Red Knights in transition. But good job to chuck Carter Rue off the puck. Graham will try to one-touch it to Spinner. Gets turned away. Aguilar will pick it up. He fires a long shot, gloved out of the air by Long. He'll drop it for his teammate Johnny Austin. Austin to Carter Rue. A transfer here to Benilde-St. Margaret's, played, I believe, for Breck last season. Heimbold will backhand it into the zone. It'll be picked up by Brett Boldnow. Here's Boldnow being pressured. He kind of gets tackled to the ice. Aguilar helps out. Now losing track of it was Colton Schmidt. Is back to the end wall. Had the puck go off his skate. Loose out at center. Plays to try to push it ahead, but he has a couple of Red Knight players to try to work around. He can't get it. Austin will have it now behind the net. Johnny Austin passes it up along the left side. And now cleared away. Just over 6 minutes to go. 1-0 Eden Prairie with the lead. Steven Spinner with the early goal. It's big for Eden Prairie. Looking at some numbers, I know they're undefeated when they score first in hockey games, so certainly bodes well for them.
Certainly does.
Absolutely.
Way to pull that stat up for me.
Well, were you going to throw that out there?
No, just saying the play-by-play guy has all the stats. That's
right. Faceoff will be here to the left of Long. Let's go ahead and get you some numbers on him. 12, 6, and 1, 3.28 goals against average, 874 save percentage, but those statistics have been improving throughout the season, especially in the section playoffs, and notably that 2-1 victory against Wayzata stopped 21 of 22 shots. He's had some trouble with rebounds throughout the season, but he's been playing better as of late. Brady Shue will have it behind the Eagle cage. Keeley will have a glance off his skate, and now it'll be one-handed into the zone by Michael Parrish. Austin now behind the net. Austin, very long pass. As waiting at the blue line, he had a forward teammate, but it was tipped into the zone as he couldn't quite gather up that pass cleanly. Like about Mariucci, you can attempt those long, long passes. Old school days in the NHL, they would have called him for a two-line pass.
Yeah, well, we saw in one of our North Star Sports coverages on Saturday night at Section 3AA semifinal, the second one of the night, as this one does get called offside, trying that long pass. Actually resulted, a two-line pass, resulted in the game-winning goal in overtime. Peter Tufto for St. Thomas Academy received a pass from one of his defensemen. Beautifully timed, able to split the two defenders right at the offensive blue line, and then beat an outstanding goaltender in Driscoll on the Eastgate, and again propel St. Thomas Academy to their first state tournament as a member of Class 2A.
Snuggerud descended into the zone. Graham there to pick it up along the near side. Pops up in the air. No one knows where it is. Now here comes Spinner. Shot from the dot. Save made. Giving up a rebound. Graham can't quite put that home as he was all tied up by the Benilde defense.
Yeah, Ben Newhouse just got his stick on Graham's shot, so he tried to release that to the right side of the crease.
Red Knights are off on a change as they dump it into the zone. Here's Snuggerud up ahead to Steven Spinner. A little miscommunication there. A couple of Eagles standing right next to each other. That was Schmidt and Spinner, which can't blame them because Schmidt had not played in a game since January 10th prior to the section playoffs, so maybe those two guys trying to sort out their communication.
They were in a Mambo train or something.
Got to set up a conga line into the goal. Had the flying V. They never had a conga line. Think that would work at all in hockey?
Probably not, but it'd be interesting to see.
Back to the action here. Benilde has it here in the Eden Prairie zone. Shot from the point. They look for a tip. They actually do get one from Moore. But there to deny him was Gertis. And now Eden Prairie able to just shuffle it outside the zone. Played back with Benilde defensive. Nick Austin. Austin will shoot it into the zone as the Red Knights are off on a change. Snuggerud will direct traffic as he'll bank it off the wall and get it out to Cole Lawrence, who's able to tip it into the zone. Good play by Newhouse to send that over to the left side. Now Benilde has it near the penalty box where it gets tied up. Homer's trying to dig it out. Called his name a number of times tonight. He's playing a good game. Good pass to Kasky. Works his way around Bull now. Now another defenseman. Andy Aguilar takes a shot between the hashes. McGurtis stands tall to make a save. So what a play, though, to make a little subtle move around the Eden Prairie defense to create a pretty good scoring opportunity.
Yeah, Kasky showing off some running back, cutback ability there to go against the seam, the two-line defense of Eden Prairie. Get a good shot off, but Gertis saw it the whole way and was able to make a high save right around his face mask.
Off the face-off, gets pushed behind the cage of Gertis. Bull now to bank it over to Keeley. Keeley will wait, play it back to the defense behind the net. There's Aguilar, a little trouble with it. Still able to get it off to Argetsinger at the last second. Argetsinger overshoots Jack Keeley on a pass. There to slow it down is Jalen Long. Argetsinger tied up in the corner. He'll turn the puck over. Benilde now from their own end line will bank it off the wall. Open ice having some issues here for both teams as they overshot Kasky on that pass. Now Benilde will throw it here into the EP zone. Brett Bold now to pick it up. And Bold now to pass it along to the right side. They go across, but it's picked off by Newhouse. Newhouse dipsy-doos around Bold now, but there to help out was Aguilar. Block that shot. Here comes Steven Spinner, the goal scorer from earlier in the game. He'll take a long shot from the blue line, turned away by Jalen Long. The Red Knights are able to clear it out. Here's Snuggerud from the neutral zone. Snuggerud will send it deep into the zone, and actually they'll get him for an icing, saying he shot that puck before he was across the center red line.
Heading into this game, both teams very evenly matched. Eden Prairie winning 2 of the 3 head-to-head games this season, but the goal differential 13-12, the one game at Eden Prairie win in overtime 6-5. And right now, evenly matched as well in terms of the shots on goal, but Eden Prairie does have that one quick past the netminder for a 1-0 lead.
Like to email us during the game, we're at psbchannel2@gmail.com, also on Twitter at psbmn. Can't remember those, just find links right above your game tracker screen. As Benilde will be whistled for offsides, trying to head into the zone. Have a whistle here with 1:54 in the first period. Quick moving game. We're only at 6:15 and already almost through period number 1.
Well, it bodes well for the second game. Maybe it won't get over at 12:30.
No kidding. I always get a kick out of these section hockey games, how they can schedule back-to-back games within a 2-hour window. There's no way on earth you'll ever get that to work.
I know. Just try to make them feel good, though. It's like, well, the venue will be out of here by 10 at the latest.
Keeley will poke that up ahead. There to slot it away where the Red Knights as Kasky will pass it over the left side to Holmers. Holmers will then dump it in. Glad takes a carom off the end while Newhouse jumps up on the play. Now up to Johnny Austin at the point. Looking for a tip. No one was there. It's back behind the net. Now at the circle, they'll send it back up to Newhouse on the right side point. Newhouse will go down low. Getting checked off the puck was Holmers. Good job there by Lawrence. They go back up to Newhouse. Newhouse across to Johnny Austin. Austin will throw it out in front. Gertis covers it up.
Gertis had to make a nice save there. The puck got tipped off one of his Eden Prairie defensemen. He went near the 5-hole, but traveling soft enough where he was able to squeeze that one up and cover up out at the top of the crease.
Don't forget, coming up after the game tonight, we'll have a live video feed, at least a link to it on our website of Jefferson versus Edina. We would have loved to have brought you video here of this game, but unfortunately Section 6 restricts live video. We'll actually tape delayed video at that as well, so that's the reason why we're audio only for this evening's game. There for Benilde-St. Margaret's, it's Evan Fleming working his way into the circle, tried to flutter a backhanded shot, which was blocked. He'll get it back, send it up to the point to Newhouse. Blocked by Brady Shue. Here's Shue under duress. He's able to get it out of the zone with one hand on the stick. Benilde will send it right back to the zone, but it'll be icing here with 41 seconds left. Tonight's game brought to you by Brandy Warmbier, State Farm Insurance Office, a local connection at a lower cost as she is locally involved in the community, and you can shop and save lots of money with her. BrandyWarmbier.com, BrandyWarmbier.com. Kevin, no, you were looking at working with her, and she's been very helpful, I've been hearing.
Yeah, she's very helpful. I think I'll probably end up signing up with her at the end of summer time period. We talked a little bit further about better rates, and I think that's what she decided for me.
There you go, a testimonial from our own Kevin Hagstrom. Here comes Benilde, 2-on-2, passing it over to Jungles. Here's Jungles trying to, couldn't tell if he was centering it or shooting it. Nonetheless, it was blocked by the Eden Prairie defenseman Shue. Now here's Graham. Graham over to Spinner, long shot that's just wide of the net. Now they get it to Schmidt down low. Schmidt now finds Spinner, takes a backhanded shot. I actually didn't check that it was Graham. His backhander went wide from the slot. Down to 2 seconds, Benilde clears it away, and that's going to do it here for the first period, as it's the Eden Prairie Eagles out in front of the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights, 1-0 here on PSP. We'll take a timeout and have some first period analysis on the way next.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing several PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie boys hockey on the big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food and watch the EP boys hockey team at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean pizza, the Tavern turkey burger, and my personal favorite, the cheesy tater tots. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5, located just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live. Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and The playoffs are looming, and the impact of the regular season can take a toll on the body. At Performance Therapy Innovations, they can treat you or your Eagles for those nicks and ailments and help restore athletes physically and mentally for the most important time of the season. Performance Therapy Innovations will get you back to doing the things you love while minimizing your discomfort and maximizing your performance. Performance Therapy Innovations, helping Eagle athletes unleash their full potential. Located off Valley View Road and 169, online at pti-tc.com.
Welcome back here to Mariucci Arena, Section 6 AA Championship. Eagles out in front of the Red Knights, 1-0, and now we can pause a little bit and gather ourselves and give you a little more info about this game. Again, this one got started about 5 minutes early, so we were kind of scrambling to get onto the air. But my name is Brett Johnson, your play-by-play. Got co-founder of PSB, a guy you probably heard on many of our commercials, Kevin Hagstrom, doing some color. Also, I'd be joined by Pete Wagner and Bart Archer a little bit later on here in the third period of this one. But so far, been a pretty even game between these two teams. Shots on goal are 7 apiece here between the Eagles and the Red Knights. And open ice may be having a little bit of an issue for both teams. We've seen some icings from some transition passes that have just not worked out. But overall, I've been pretty impressed with both teams looking pretty sharp, but it's been Spinner with the only goal. As again, he was able to get behind the Benilde-St. Margaret's defense off of a great pass. I believe it was from Michael Graham, Kevin.
It's from Luke Snuggerud, actually.
Oh, okay.
And got the stat for you listeners out there that when Luke Snuggerud scores a point, the team is fairly successful this season, actually 16-1-2. When he hasn't scored, they've been 0-5-1, so that tells the tale about how impactful he has been this season, and obviously what that bodes perhaps the rest of the game for Eden Prairie.
Yeah, that's that stat with Luke Snuggerud and Steven Spinner that if neither of those guys get on the scoreboard, they're 0-5-1. They're both Division I recruits who not only will be playing hockey at Nebraska Omaha, but also will be playing on the same USHL team. A few weeks ago, they actually both got traded to the Omaha Lancers. So these two guys just can't get away from each other.
Oh, I hope they like each other.
Yeah, hopefully they do. I know there's an article a while back written that they do get along pretty well. They've blown up at each other a couple of times in practice, but they say it's all part of trying to make each other better. But it'd be kind of fun, though, if you could play with the same guy since you're like 6 years old and go all the way through just about college.
Oh, it's certainly, collegiate level, if they ever make it to the NHL level, those sorts of different venues where it's almost like you have this star-studded quality and you're just in awe at what the experiences are happening around you are. It's good to have kind of that reinforcement that someone else is going through it. A person that you already know for 15 years certainly helps.
Yeah, it'd be funny, though, is if they both make the NHL. That's not funny if they make the NHL, per se, but what if they go the Sedin style, where they will only sign as a pair? Was it Henrik Sedin, and who's the other one? I forgot his name. I'm totally throwing you under the bus here, putting you on the spot.
Well, Ryan Suter and Prairie kind of did the same thing after the fact, after they'd played a few years in the NHL.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're 1-0 here at the end of period number 1. Again, it was Steven Spinner picking up the goal for the Eagles to give them that 1-0 lead. We'll go ahead and take another timeout and have some more on the way. High school hockey here on PSB.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Lanslink, Clinic Administrator and Care Coordinator for Advocare Clinics, and I want to welcome you to our facility. If you're looking at this right now, you're probably searching for a new location for care for a new or chronic injury. And I want to assure you that we have a lot of services in one location that are convenient for you, and we can combine more options for you than you'll find at most other pain management or big box medical clinics.
I like the staff. They're friendly, they're supportive, they're encouraging, they're cautious, and they rearrange my exercise schedule based on what my symptoms are.
I want to welcome you and invite you to stop by for a free consultation with me as a care coordinator to see how we could best serve you and what kind of results we think we can get for you.
Contact us at 952-835-6653 or online at advocaremn.com.
I think I have the window seat.
You better double check that, my friend. Don't think we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not it. You're that State Farm discount double check guy. Discount double check. Thanks to the hundreds you saved us, we could upgrade the grill class.
Grill class?
Your tongs are in your seat back.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Guys, this is my cousin Raj.
Hey, boys, I just saved a ton of cash with my State Farm discount double check. So the brats are on me. Oh, geez. Crazy dream.
Easy. You're going to wreck Bob's dream. By the way, how's that sausage pillow? Delicious, good stick.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbier's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie, a local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbier.com. Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
Be a part of the next big thing. Consider advertising with PSB. You'll reach a consistent and loyal audience for less than traditional forms of advertising, such as print and TV, and listeners will associate you with quality and reliability. When they hear your ad, they'll appreciate it and know you're helping to support and keep JFK and Eden Prairie athletics on the air. And the ad rates are never going to be lower. PSB offers 30-second audio advertisements written and produced professionally, web and banner advertising, live 10 to 15-second liners describing your business during the broadcast, and segment sponsorship opportunities. PSB offers a number of different advertising packages to accommodate your specific needs. For more information, go to psbmn.com/advertise. I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa! Who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet! This is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
We're speaking with Rob Friend at the Mulch Store. Rob, once people have finished up trimming those trees or raking those leaves, how easy is it for them to stop in at the Mulch Store to drop off those materials? Or maybe even pick up some mulch for next year?
Well, if you want to stop in and drop off, you come in, check in at the gate attendant, and they'll point you in the right direction after you pay a small fee. And if you're ready to pick up something to do a final garden or mulch project, pick out the product you want, pay for the fee, and we'll load up a trailer or a pickup truck if you have that. If not, we do have delivery available.
And of course, you guys have locations all over the metro area.
That's right. For locations and more information on delivery, you can check us out at our website, mulchstoremn.com.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Lanslink, Clinic Administrator and Care Coordinator for Advocare Clinics, and I want to welcome you to our facility. If you're looking at this right now, you're probably searching for a new location for care for a new or chronic injury. And I want to assure you that we have a lot of services in one location that are convenient for you, and we can combine more options for you than you'll find at most other pain management or big box medical clinics.
I like the staff. They're friendly, they're supportive, they're encouraging, they're cautious, and they rearrange my exercise schedule based on what my symptoms are.
I want to welcome you and invite you to stop by for a free consultation with me as a care coordinator to see how we could best serve you and what kind of results we think we can get for you.
Contact us at 952-835-6653 or online at advocaremn.com.
Jeepers, it's the creeper!
What do we do now? It's a mystery.
I know. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Zoinks! It's Lucy, like our favorite State Farm agent lady.
Hi, gang. I'll handle it. And that's not really a monster.
Creeper!
Mr. Carswell!
You meddling kids.
State Farm takes the mystery out of dealing with insurance. Get to a groovier state.
Reggie, why aren't you eating? Like these insurance bills are so high, I've lost my appetite. I am freaking out.
Mysteriously high rates can be stressful. Switch to State Farm for discounts up to 40%. Get to a groovier state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbier's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbier.com.
Live from Mariucci Arena, PSB Media is presenting coverage of the Section 6 finals as it's Eden Prairie versus Benilde-St. Margaret's. Eagles out to a 1-0 lead here over the Red Knights on a goal by Steven Spinner, giving him now 46 points, 20 goals, and 26 assists. Coming up at 8 o'clock, well, at least the scheduled start time is 8 o'clock. Very much doubt we'll actually have it be on time, but it's the 2AA championship with Jefferson versus Edina. We'll have live video of that game via North Star Sports TV. I'll find a link to that game here on our website. Just got word that game will be free of charge, no pay-per-view on that one, so watch some section hockey for free. Doesn't get any better than that. Of course, we would have loved to have brought you video of this game, but Section 6AA is not allowing video of any kind. It's up to the local sections on how they want to handle broadcasts. Some let you, some don't. 2, 3, and 4 are among those that allow video, which is why we've been having streams of those games over the past few days here on PSB, Minnesota Hockey Magazine, and North Star Sports TV. Just about ready to go. Shots on goal, 7 apiece for both squads. Eden Prairie with their top line on the ice. Steven Spinner at center. Left wing, Michael Graham. Right wing, Colton Schmidt for Benilde-St. Margaret's their top line, centered by Spencer Noss. He'll have Jungles on the right and Carter Rue on the left side. As we're underway here in the second period, Benilde-St. Margaret's will slap it into the Eden Prairie zone, where it's picked up by Luke Snuggerud behind the net. Snuggerud waits, will skate with it out to the right side, pass it over to Colton Schmidt. Here's Schmidt flipping into the zone. He'll chase it down against Ben Newhouse. Junior defenseman Newhouse will get that up ahead, but it's turned away by the defense. Eden Prairie defense doing a really good job bottling up that blue line when Benilde tries to skate with it into the zone. Red Knights will go across. It's picked off by Parrish. Here's a shot from the top of the circle that goes just wide. Michael Parrish on the season has 4 goals and 9 assists, including picking up his first 3 goals of the season against Hopkins in a game a few weeks ago at the Eden Prairie Community Center. Newhouse off the half wall as he's just able to get past the stick of Andy Aguilar. Here's Gertis way out of his crease to play the puck up ahead. Turned over. Here's a breakaway for Benilde-St. Margaret's, making a move around Gertis, but turned away. That was Zach Hale on that opportunity. A little miscommunication there for the Eagles. Now Gertis lost his stick. He's playing with a skater stick. Benilde will have it up at the point. Over to the left side they go to Lawton. Takes a shot that goes just wide. Held in by the Red Knights. Eden Prairie will in turn steal it away and get it out to Riley Argetsinger as Gertis able to pick up his original stick.
Yeah, Keeley did a nice job lending Gertis the stick.
Here's Snuggerud to play it up ahead. They'll go across to Cole Lawrence. Lawrence will cross the blue line and get checked off the puck. Heimbold with it behind the net. We'll flip that into the corner to Evan Fleming. Fleming back behind to Heimbold. As those two will play catch. Now it's Lawton with the puck. Lawton out to center, but it goes just through the stick of number 26, Will Duda. Red Knights just have not been able to click on some of their passes here in tonight's game. They've just been off, it seems, a little bit.
They just haven't really been able to set up anything offensively.
There's a shot from Austin turned away by Gertis after it was redirected. Another shot from the point gets blocked. Snuggerud with it as he gets checked to the ice. Played back into the corner. The Red Knights will have it. As tied up is Nate Meyer. Eden Prairie there to skate up with it. As Snuggerud will cross the blue line. Snuggerud's centering pass was blocked by Zach Hale. And now Benilde-St. Margaret's able to get that up ahead to number 28, Meyer. Leaves it for a teammate. Now they work their way into the slot and score! Spencer Noss, the captain, gets Benilde on a scoreboard. And they're up. They tied the game up at 1.
Noss deked at the right face-off circle, the last line of defense. Again, a Benilde-St. Margaret's player on the backside. Gertis and the other defender weary of that. Noss basically a ball fake, if you will, a stick fake that swoops in across the lower half of the crease and buries it right past Gertis, who couldn't slide from post to post just quick enough.
Spencer Noss gets his 60th point on the season. 31 goals, 29 assists. It comes at 14:03 here at the second period. Gertis to slow it down behind the net. Aguilar can't clear it away. Newhouse, a big long slap shot turned away by Gertis into the corner. Now it's Graham, the spinner out at center. Spinner can't quite go across to Schmidt as he'll have to just wing it into the zone. Graham from the corner. We'll leave it for Steven Spinner. Spinner will work his way up top. Pass it over to Andy Aguilar. There's Aguilar looking for a tip through traffic. Got it from Schmidt, but it was redirected wide. And now Benilde is able to clear it away, and they'll actually ice the puck here with 13:23 left in the second period.
Both goals in this game have come inside of the first 3 minutes of each period. Both teams have done a pretty good job just skating, trying to set up offense and defense. No penalties thus far. Both teams have been penalized quite a bit head-to-head. 20 penalties for Eden Prairie, total of 53 minutes, 19 for Benilde.
We didn't broadcast the first game that Eden Prairie and Benilde-St. Margaret's played, but I know that was the game where I think they wrapped up quite a few penalty minutes. That was a 5-2 win by Benilde-St. Margaret's in that one. It's played out in a neutral. Benilde will have it, as it'll be slapped into the zone by Angie Moore. Actually, check that, Augie Moore. As they'll pass it over to Jack Sullivan. He'll go across and feed Cole Lawrence. Lawrence descended back behind the net as Clays is tied up by 3 Red Knight players. Cole Lawrence ties up a Red Knight player. They wanted a penalty, don't get one as play continues. In transition, they're able to find number 19, Ristow, but play is whistled down. And I think we're going to get our first penalty of the game, Kevin. Cole Lawrence going to head to the box.
And Benilde-St. Margaret's very adept on the power play this season, looking at their totals, including section play, 30.2%, 26 power play goals and 86 tries this season, so a power play goal per game. And Eden Prairie's penalty kill hasn't been the best at 73.8%.
Yeah, their struggles all season long. They're playing better as of late. Actually, for parts of the season, it was under 70%. Austin, good pass to get it down low, but blocked by Brady Shue. Naas will have it in the circle. Naas working his way into the slot. His shot gets tipped up into the air. Benilde will play it up to Johnny Austin at the point. Austin across to Newhouse. Newhouse waits, feeds Austin. Austin goes down low to Jungles. His shot blocked by Snugrud with his leg falling to the ice. A couple of good blocks here by the defenseman Snugrud and Spinner on the power play. Minute 8 as they try to go to Carter Rue, but just getting a piece of it was Keeley. Naas will have it from the corner now. Naas waiting from the far side boards, works his way to the top of the circle, now passes it down low to Rue. Rue back up to Newhouse at the point across to Austin. Austin to Jungles, shot right on. Gertis not sure if he was ready for it, still able to make the save, hugging that goalpost. Rue picks it up in the corner, 54 to go on the power play, up to the point to Newhouse. Austin, left side, shot through traffic, tip, and it does not go in the net, my goodness. They had it right on the doorstep, but Gertis there to turn it away. Now here's Keeley shorthanded, and that goes out of play.
Carter Rue standing and seemingly right on top of the puck to the right of Gertis over on the left post. He took a swing at it. Somehow Gertis was able to almost do a limbo, get that stick down right at the goal line and block that one away.
I was shocked that didn't go in. It almost looked like the puck came out of the net, even though it clearly didn't from here. Just had that kind of angle to it.
I think it was jammed between Gertis's skates and the left side post. Then it trickled across the crease, and then Gertis again able to make that limbo type save with the right stick.
That first power play unit dangerous for Benilde-St. Margaret's. Now they have the second unit on the ice, as Caskey will send it up top to Augie Moore. Shot blocked. Now it's loose out in front. Backhander goes wide. Caskey to pick it up in the corner. 8 seconds to go on the power play, and Moore can't quite hold it into the blue line as he'll whip it right back in. Gertis to slow it down. And Spinner will kill it off as Eden Prairie's full strength, but even though the Red Knights don't score, my goodness, that first power play unit with all sorts of traffic through about the first minute 20.
Yeah, even though Benilde didn't score, has got to be happy with the way they performed.
Here's Caskey, and he's just wide. Good job by Gertis to force him to an odd angle shot that he put over the net. Here's Cole Lawrence in transition. He'll dump it into the zone, slowed down by Jalen Long. Colton Schmidt there to put some pressure on. He'll actually gather up the puck momentarily, but now Benilde gets it as they're able to clear it out. Goes just under the stick of Brady Shue, and the referee will call icing. 10:08 to go here in the second period.
Benilde moving much better with and without the puck in this second period, skating strong and quickly. We're seeing more than just one simple pass and then a shot or a dump. This sequence has resulted in quite a few good opportunities on Gertis, including that game-tying goal by Nas.
It seems like that goal and that power play have gotten the Red Knights going offensively. His Shoe's shot goes wide. Up until that point, it kind of seemed like Benilde just couldn't quite connect on a lot of their passes. And now they're 2-on-1 if they hurry. Jungle's blocked by Luke Snugrud, and he's slow to get up. Snugrud still rolling around there on the ice. He blocked a shot, and he certainly got the worst of that one, Kevin.
Yeah, he's holding his left hand, immediately dropped the gloves and stick. Getting back up quickly now, but attending to that left hand. A good job defensively by one of the senior captains, but obviously his status, if it is in question at all, could be very impactful the rest of this game.
It was possibly a 2-on-1, and by Snugrud blocking that shot, he was able to break it up. We'll have to keep an eye on him, getting nicked on the hand with that shot. Carter Ruse put up big numbers this season with 12 goals, or 15 goals, 22 assists, I should say. We'll pass it over to Nas. Nas has it poked away near the dot, and Graham able to just get it outside the zone as Aguilar, after it's dumped back in, will have it. Aguilar will go across to his defensive partner, and now it's played outside the zone by Graham. Here comes Spinner, as Schmidt with him. Spinner takes a shot. Long made the save, gave up a rebound, but it was steered away by the Benilde defense.
That was the first shot on goal for Eden Prairie in this second period. The first 7 had gone the way of Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights.
Red Knights now in transition, 2-on-2, as Nas, trying to get it to him on a centering pass, was swatted away. Graham will try a home run pass across to Colton Schmidt. It'll be icing here with just under 9 minutes left in period number 2. Quickly want to read a message to you as we have some people listening from Rapid City, as it's Rich and Carol Long tuning in. Have to let us know if they have any relation to Jalen Long tuning in tonight's game. Glad to have you listen to this one, saying, wish it could be video, but they say, hey, it's better than nothing. We kind of feel that same way. We would love to bring you video, but unfortunately it's restricted by Section 6. It's in the corner here of the Eden Prairie zone, as it's held in by Jack Lawton. What a job, as he had to stretch to keep that in the zone. It's still down deep. Benilde will have it from the far side boards. They'll pass it over to number 24, Calendor. Third line seeing some time here for Benilde. And still can't clear it out, can the Eagles, as it's held in at the blue line. What a job here by the lower unit for Benilde-St. Margaret to put Eden Prairie in some trouble. Lawrence will turn it over in neutral. Now they'll play it back to Lawton. They'll go across center ice, dump it in. Gertis to slow it down as the Red Knights are off on a change. It's tipped off the stick of Jack Clays. He gets it right back off of a one-touch pass from Mark Sullivan. Tried to center it, but the rest of his teammates were off on a change. Benilde will bank it off the half wall, get it outside the zone. Charlie Lawrence will have it. Lawrence will retreat behind his own cage. They'll leave it for Riley Argesinger along the near side, who's able to clear it out to the neutral zone. Slapped right back in by Johnny Austin. Now here's Argesinger across the blue line, takes the shot. Save made by Jalen Long. Still tied up along the near side, and getting hooked was Riley Argesinger. He's going to draw a penalty as Eden Prairie will head to the power play.
So a chance for Eden Prairie to get things righted. A couple moments ago, Steven Spinner in transition put a nice shot in on Long, who had to make a pad save. That was the first shot on goal of the second period, and that was the full 8.5 minutes in. So we'll see if they can carry some of that aggression, some of these positive steps after relinquishing the lead into this power play.
Power play numbers for Eden Prairie have been slowly improving throughout the season. They're up over 20%. Argesinger will have it. They'll pass it over to the point to Spinner. Now it's Aguilar. And Aguilar just lost a stick handle, wasn't even pressured, as Eden Prairie will have to reset. If you're wondering, Luke Snugrud still shaken up, as he would normally be out here on this first power play unit. So So hoping he'll eventually be okay. It's tied up along the end wall. Spinner there, along with Argetsinger. Argetsinger falls to the ice. Now he gets to the Spinner along the near side. Spinner up to the point to Aguilar. Now finds Graham. One-timer to Steven. Spinner blocked by the Benilde defense. That was Newhouse getting on it. Now Schmidt will give it to a teammate, Spinner. Spinner to leave it for his teammate, Michael Graham, whose shot went wide. Still held in. 1:08 to go on the power play. Spinner with it from the right side point. Takes a slap shot through traffic. Blocker save made by Jalen Long. Graham to pick it up. Graham will skate with it out to the point. Feeds Spinner at the top of the circle. Winds and fires. Goes just wide. And Aguilar again having some trouble with it. Can't hold it as Eden Prairie has to reset here with 47 seconds on the power play. They lose track of it, and Newhouse overskates. The puck would have had a break shorthanded. He gets it back. Here he is one-on-one, and he puts it just wide. Now quickly up ahead to Steven Spinner. Spinner across the blue line. Long shot goes over the net, takes a carom off the end wall, and that will allow Benilde to get to the puck and clear it away. With now approaching 20 seconds here on the power play. Parrish from the far side boards across the blue line. Here's Parrish to the end wall. Parrish up to the point to Brady Shue. Takes a shot, and it's scooped out of the air by Jalen Long for a whistle here with about 5.5 minutes to go and just 7 seconds left on the power play. Giving you some numbers here on the Benilde-St. Margaret's penalty kill unit. They've, like Eden Prairie, have struggled a bit. And just 72%. Eden Prairie's power play unit at 22.6%. Face off to the left of Long. Benilde will win the face-off, can't clear it as it's held in by Charlie Lawrence. Shot deflected wide. Eden Prairie has it in the corner. Power play has expired as the Red Knights are full strength.
Good job on the penalty kill by Benilde.
Here comes Spencer Noss across the blue line. Shot goes wide. He's being pressured by Charlie Lawrence. Benilde will get it back. They'll get it between the hashes. Chase Jungles can't pull the trigger as he was pressured by Charlie Lawrence. Kind of a broken play. It's steered towards Gertis, who's able to make the save.
A bit of extracurriculars afterward. Charlie Lawrence, a shove to Zach Hale. Lawrence felt was getting too close to his goaltender, Gertis. Gertis earlier in this game got tied up with a Benilde-St. Margaret's player, but so far only one penalty apiece on each side. Pretty clean game.
Just took a peek down at the bench and saw Luke Snuggerud hunched over, I think still tending to that hand. Doesn't have any trainer near him, so again, we'll have to wait and see. He did not play on the power play unit, which is unusual, so obviously he's still trying to work through that hand issue after he blocked that shot and got shaken up. Here's Brett Bold now there to clear it away up to Michael Parrish. Parrish to leave it for Keeley. Keeley gets hit into the boards, able to avoid the check though. It's the worst of it. Benilde will ring it around the end wall and clear it out. Here in the Benilde zone, it's Heimbold with it. Heimbold will lose it as Argetsinger and Keeley will try to dig it out from a scrum. Eden Prairie will come away with it at the top of the circle. They take a shot, block, they get it right back. Here's Bold now. His wrist shot goes wide. He picked up his first goal of the season against Holy Family on Saturday. Eden Prairie will dump it into Argetsinger. Argetsinger gets tied up by Heimbold. There in support was Clays. Clays top of the circle. Actually make that Spinner who takes a shot. That was blocked. And now finally cleared back out to center ice as it's picked up by Brett Boldnow. Boldnow from the left wing boards will go across the blue line, fire a long shot, turned away by Jalen Long with 3:38 left here in period number 2. You can follow us on Twitter here during the game at PSBMN. Kevin providing some informative and thoughtful tweets. I know you were trying to post a picture here of Mariucci, but your tablet not quite cooperating with you.
The space bar is acting like it doesn't want to work tonight.
Just hashtag everything then.
Hashtag spacebar. Yeah, I could.
No, I mean just write your entire.
No, I understand.
Yeah. Make
I
it
should
indecipherable. Yeah.
Spacebar as well. And then not put the space between the space bar.
And use up like 10 characters trying to type in spacebar.
Yeah.
The Red Knights will have it from their own zone. Austin goes across to Zach Hale. They'll dump it into the zone. Shue to chase it there. Shue being pressured. He falls to the ice. Now it's still tied up in the corner. Nate Meyer trying to dig it out. He does actually get it and skate with it towards the slot. Took a shot. Gertis there for the save. Now in the near side corner, it's Evan Fleming. Fleming there to feed Meyer down low. Meyer will spin around in the corner, trying to leave it for Hale. He gets checked off the puck. And then Brady Shue trips and causes a turnover, and they score. So Brady Shue fell to the ice, trying to skate with the puck, lost it. Benilde was there to pick it up. They centered it, and they score and take a 2-1 lead.
Centering pass to a wide open Mark Caskey was true. No Eden Prairie defenders again because Shue fell down out in front protecting Gertis. And Caskey flew the way of the slot right between the hash marks and buried that one on a nice wrister past Gertis.
Well, the Red Knights up 2-1. As they'll have Carter Rue played into the zone. Aguilar out to center. Healy gets checked off the puck. Bold now there to help out as he pushes it back into the Benilde blue line where Newhouse has it. He goes across to Carter Rue, who goes across the blue line. Carter tried to center it, but blocked by Aguilar. Noss will have it from the corner. He goes up to the point to Austin, across to Heimbold. Heimbold will throw it into the corner. Bold now there to try to get it. Rue gets it first, though. Rue gets tied up, though, as he'll leave it for Jungles. Jungles got wrestled off the puck. And now Argetsinger can't quite clear it. Argetsinger will have it now, 2-on-2. Confused a couple of players. Benilde still thought they had possession. Argetsinger's shot turned away by Jalen Long, working his way to the bottom of the circle. Charlie Lawrence will bank it off the near side boards into the zone as the Eagles are off on a change. And now it'll be Gertis slowing it down behind his own net. Overshoots Brady Shue as Gertis. That will allow Benilde to hold it in momentarily. They're off on a change, though, so Eden Prairie is able to clear it away. Red Knights trying to go across, overshoot the pass, so it's picked up by Lawrence behind his own net. Lawrence being pestered there by Benilde-St. Margaret's player. That's the 21, Jacob Holmers, who's played a good game. A couple of players go flying. Austin gathers a loose puck, takes a shot from the top of the face-off circle, and it's turned away by Jake Gertis.
Benilde-St. Margaret's continuing to put the pressure on, sans the power play, the penalty kill, and a couple of different sequences for Eden Prairie. Done a nice job, again, applying pressure to Gertis. Gertis has played okay, but he has given up some rebounds, and Benilde-St. Margaret's taking advantage of a couple mistakes defensively as well for this 2-1 lead.
Kevin, I have a familiar name that sent us a message, giving a shout-out to his baseball players playing hockey. It's Mark Gasner saying hello, listening to tonight's game.
Cool.
Very good.
Thanks, Mark, for tuning in.
Now, I'm drawing a blank. What position did Mark play? He was, center field, wasn't he, for a while?
I know he played center. I forget the guy who got injured during Legion play.
Baseball season. We forget all this stuff, don't we?
I feel bad for forgetting the guy's name.
It's loose out in front. Benilde takes a shot blocked by the Eden Prairie defense. Sorry to step on you there, but the Red Knights had something brewing.
Played center field, played some right and left field as well. Good basketball player as well.
That's right, he was a basketball player. Have some other messages too I'll try to get to, and did find out it is Jalen Long's parents who are tuning in. Here comes Michael Graham across the blue line. So hello to Grandma and Grandpa Long tuning in. Son Jalen's had a good game. Hasn't been very busy here in this second period, Kevin, facing I think just 5 shots.
Yeah, 7 shots, but you're right. Long has been less active, or needed to be less active in this second period.
Under 20 seconds to go, as it's tied up in the corner here of the Benilde zone. Again, the Red Knights have a 2-1 lead. As just waiting, trying to waste some time as Will Duda. It's turned over in front, still loose. Lawrence puts a shot just wide. Caskey to have it from the corner with 1 second. And that's going to do it here for the second period. The Red Knights out to a 2-1 lead here over the Eden Prairie Eagles. Again, the storyline here in the second period, not only was Benilde able to take the lead, but Luke Snuggerud, the Eden Prairie standout defenseman, has not played since about midway through the second period after blocking a shot. See if we can get a status update on him in the third period. We'll take a timeout. This is high school hockey here on PSBMN.com as you're listening to coverage here of the Section 6 Championship.
Well, actually, I had two issues going on. I had a torn rotator cuff surgery in February of 2013, and also a herniated disc in my back.
In high school, I had a tobogganing accident. It was my first time on a toboggan. I was the last person. There were 6 people in front of me, and we hit a pile of ice under the snow about this high that we couldn't see. And when we hit it, all 6 people backed into me. My legs were spread out. I was paralyzed for half an hour, and during that time, I was uncertain I would ever walk again.
My right side, I got a really bad pain in my shoulder and neck area, and it was excruciating.
I'm a skier, and I fell and broke my femur. And prior to that, I also fell on the ice helping the dog into the back of the truck because the dog wouldn't get in, and I fell and I broke my shoulder, and I had 3 pins put in, and they didn't give me enough therapy, and I ended up with a frozen shoulder.
I had neck and back pain from work, and it was just got to the point where it was enough that I had to come in and seek help, and so then I started coming into Avocare for treatment.
And in our office, it has always been and will always be, the patient comes first. And this is a real philosophical issue, but it makes a huge difference in how you approach the problem.
I was looking for something that was maybe going to be somewhere near as good. I didn't expect something better. And when I opened the Bloomington phone book, this was the first one in the list. And it called itself a pain clinic, and I called it first, and I was really impressed, and I came right in.
Meeting dentists for the first time, I realized that they treat it more holistically. So I really was looking for help with both areas of my body.
Came in here and just seemed like knew what he was talking about, and then started getting treatment here and helped, so stuck with it. So been to enough different chiropractors over the years that I know that like the treatment I get here.
I feel that they very customize for what you need, and that's even with my therapy for my car accident. I can tell that it's not the cookie box. Everybody gets the same treatment, and it's for what actually is going on with you and your body.
What separates us from the other chiropractors in the area is the fact that we can provide a much broader array of services under one location to include the medical and the physical therapy. There's many healthcare plans out there that do not have therapy coverage, your medical assistance and Medicare for chiropractors. Here we can much better service a medical assistant or Medicare population because we can combine the therapies and we get better results.
Treating soft tissue, not just doing adjustments, but also acupuncture, laser treatments, and then incorporating exercise. So it's really hitting it from all angles.
A physical trainer is not an expert who can tell you what a physical therapist can when you've had an injury. And so I'm getting the best, most tailored exercise for my specific condition on the day I come in.
I'd come twice a week to therapy, and they worked on both my shoulders. And it's unbelievable. I mean, I can do this now before I could do this.
They do work as a team, and that they're very friendly. Of course, they know me by name. I'm not just another number.
Getting me on the regimen to get into physical therapy, and then I like the people, and they seem to keep me out of pain.
Why would you combine physical therapy with chiropractic? Because the two processes complement each other so well. So on the rehab side, we'll then look at the case through a chiropractic focus as well as a physical therapy focus, and then we'll sit down as a team and talk about that patient and those symptoms. And we then strategize from a team approach, how can we combine services for cost-effective approaches to get this person back functioning better.
What I found with Dennis and Ryan and the entire team here is they're looking at you as a whole, but they're trying to put together a customized plan that meets my needs, and then over time even make adjustments.
The combination of massage, only one other place had massage, and the massage here is much more professional. And there's some alternative care from Michael, the physical therapist, that I have never gotten anywhere, and I've never seen it available except for out of pocket, and it's covered by my insurance here.
They're wonderful. They know what they're doing. They're kind. They're considerate. They're very friendly, and I have improved so much.
Please give us a call, check us out on the internet, and come on in to see how we can best serve your needs.
Located in the Southgate building in Bloomington, contact us at 952-835-6653 or online at advocaremn.com.
Welcome back here to PSB Media as we're at the second intermission here at Mariucci Arena with the Red Knights out in front of the Eden Prairie Eagles by a score of 2-1. And Kevin, you and I were talking during the break. It seems like Benilde was really able to take control of the game. Once Luke Snuggerud left, it's kind of had Eden Prairie all out of sorts.
Yeah, I think early on, whatever was said between the first period and second period during that first intermission, Benilde-St. Margaret's came to life. They showed some signs in the first period, but again, we were talking, if you remember back, weren't making those crisp passes, weren't really holding the offensive zone all too well either. But in that second period, putting 12 shots on goal on Gertis, a lot of them good scoring chances, not just simply transition shots as they're switching up the lines. And then you're right, once Luke Snuggerud went out, taking a good block, he did a good job positioning himself defensively, but it just happened to blast off his left hand. It looked like on the top part of the palm area. Immediately went down, took the gloves off. He had been sitting on the Eden Prairie bench the rest of the period. From there, the Eagles just seemed a little bit lost, like they lost a little bit of that confidence they had to start the game. And for this third period, if Snuggerud's services are if he's not available for the third period, Eden Prairie is going to have to find a way to get extra psyching, or an extra psyche, a little bit of motivation.
I have to agree with you, too. Even before Snuggerud got hurt, it really looked like Benilde was starting to take control of the game. And interesting to hear what Coach Ken Pauley said to his team in that first intermission, because they certainly weren't crisp in that first period, but they've definitely improved, scoring those goals to go up 2-1. Spencer Noss with the first one. I believe it was Caskey with goal number 2, correct?
They credited the second goal to Duda, but yeah, 2 goals in that second period. And also Long, we talked about some of the games during the regular season was giving up quite a few rebounds here today. He's doing a great job with the pads, keeping them level and pushing all those shots to the outside, to the boards, so his players can go retrieve them. Not too many second chance or scoring chances for Eden Prairie, especially in that second period.
Yeah, shots on goal. We have 14 for Eden Prairie and 19 for Benilde-St. Margaret's, as we just got the official stats passed along to us here. It's kind of nice to have media stats provided to us, and I'm trying to see if there's anything that jumps out of the sheet to me, and I don't know, Kevin, I'm not seeing too much myself.
Just that Nate Meyer was involved in both assists.
There you go. Well, that's where we stand here, as we're a few minutes away from drop of the puck in the third period. We'll take one more timeout and have the third period on the way next on PSB Media.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet! This is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shock. The playoffs are looming, and the impact of the regular season can take a toll on the body. At Performance Therapy Innovations, they can treat you or your Eagles for those nicks and ailments and help restore athletes physically and mentally for the most important time of the season. Performance Therapy Innovations will get you back to doing the things you love while minimizing your discomfort and maximizing your performance. Performance Therapy Innovations, helping Eagle athletes unleash their full potential. Located off Valley View Road and 169, online at pti-tc.com.
Reggie, why aren't you eating? Like these insurance bills are so high, I've lost my appetite. I am freaking out.
Mysteriously high rates can be stressful. Switch to State Farm for discounts up to 40%. Get to a groovier state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie. A local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
The Sun Current is proud to be your community news leader for over 50 years. Each week you can read their in-depth coverage on local government, school district news, high school sports matchups, community events, and newsmakers. The Sun Current's website is now mobile user-friendly and provides breaking local news coverage daily. Check it out at current.mnsun.com. For the next big thing, consider advertising with PSB. You'll reach a consistent and loyal audience for less than traditional forms of advertising, such as print and TV, and listeners will associate you with quality and reliability. When they hear your ad, they'll appreciate it and know you're helping to support and keep JFK and Eden Prairie athletics on the air. And the ad rates are never going to be lower. PSB offers 30-second audio advertisements written and produced professionally, web and banner advertising, live 10 to 15-second liners describing your business during the broadcast, and segment sponsorship opportunities. PSB offers a number of different advertising packages to accommodate your specific needs. For more information, go to psbmn.com/advertise.
We're speaking with Rob Friend at the Mulch Store. Rob, once people have finished up trimming those trees or raking those leaves, how easy is it for them to stop in at the Mulch Store to drop off those materials, or maybe even pick up some mulch for next year?
Well, if you want to stop in and drop off, you come in, check in at the gate attendant, and they'll point you in the right direction after you pay a small fee. And if you're ready to pick up something to do a final garden or mulch project, pick out the product you want, pay for the fee, and we'll load up a trailer or a pickup truck if you have that. If not, we do have delivery available.
And of course, you guys have locations all over the metro area.
That's right. For locations and more information on delivery, you can check us out at our website, mulchstoremn.com.
Welcome back to PSB Media. Kevin and I were both intently watching the Eden Prairie pep talk to see if Snuggerud was on the ice. And indeed he is. He's going to start here in the third period. Kevin, you predicted it. You thought he would try to tough it out here in the third, and it looks like he's going to.
Yeah, I figured. The season's on the line. It's a hand injury. I have no idea how much pain he's in, whether he took any medication during that intermission or not, but still, you want to go out competing no matter what's happening. As long as you're standing, I feel like he's that type of competitor. He'll go out there and play through it. We'll see if he can be effective, though.
As long as he doesn't talk to Alex Rodriguez about those medications, then he might be in some trouble.
Right. I don't think he's friends with the same guys.
I love that. What were A-Rod's code words in those text messages? They were like, hey, do you have any bananas?
I can't remember.
Here's Carter Rue across the blue line. His pass was blocked. Eden Prairie will have it. Yeah, I forgot the names.
I think it was like gummies. It was gummies.
Yeah. Well, maybe he just wanted some gummy bears as a shot right on against Jalen Long is saved from near the blue line. Although I don't think he was looking for gummy bears, even though those were good as a kid.
They'll make that pretty veneer smile rot away, so
yeah,
couldn't have actual gummy bears.
That's right. Teeth are too white to go for gummy bears. Face-off will be to the left here of Jalen Long. 16-19 to go in the third period. Zach Hale will have it off the face-off. He'll skate with it across center ice along the right wing boards. Gets sent into the zone. Kallenborg will get checked up into the boards. Eden Prairie will have it. They'll pass along the right side, skate with it outside into the neutral zone. Now across the blue line they go. They're trying to find Keeley out in center. Pass too far for him as he had a couple of players right on his tail. Cleared away. Charlie Lawrence has it at center ice. He'll dump it right back in. There to get it is Heimbold. Heimbold being pestered by Parrish. Heimbold will work with it along the right side, get it off the wall and out as they're able to find Caskey. They'll flip it into the zone as the Red Knights are off on a change. Here's Charlie Lawrence. They try to go out to center to find Clays. Steered into the zone by Clays as he checks a Benilde player off the puck. That will allow Jack Sullivan to get to it. Sullivan lost a stick handle as the Red Knights will get it outside the zone. Moss's pass was intercepted, and now we're going to get a whistle. And it looks like possibly a penalty coming up.
And Luke Snuggerud, just watching him on that play, took the left hand off the stick as he was defending a Benilde-St. Margaret's player, came in offside. So maybe still a little tender at that left hand.
Eden Prairie will get it in their own zone off the faceoff across to Luke Snuggerud. Be interesting to see what happens if Luke Snuggerud tries to fire a shot. This time he just flipped it across the zone to dump it in, so couldn't really tell too much from that. Here's Jack Sullivan, who's tied up along the near side. He'll get wrestled off the puck. Benilde will flip it out, and Snuggerud will pick it up. We can see him now probably favoring that hand, stick handling with one hand. He's actually going to draw a penalty, though, as he was spun around by, it looks like, Evan Fleming. So at the very least, gets a positive out of that to put his team on a power play.
Yeah, nice job there by Snuggerud. Able to even shed the defense despite the penalty. Came down and made a pretty good pass with the tip of his stick. Will be the second power play chance for Eden Prairie. We mentioned a lot cleaner game, probably because of the circumstances, both teams not being as fiery or blatantly aggressive in some instances, because both teams were averaging about 6 penalties per game in these head-to-head matchups, just 3 so far.
Andy Aguilar's shot from the blue line is easily saved by Jaylen Long, as well with this whistle here with a minute 55 on the power play. Kind of wonder, too, if a 6 o'clock start on a weekday kind of messes things up, too, since a lot of times on weekdays these guys are used to watching JV games at this point.
Their different rituals now are altered.
You're right, it's been a pretty clean game as the Red Knights are able to just clear it. Spinner will have to wait for his teammates to reset. He'll retreat to his own blue line. Stick handle along the left wing boards into the zone. Here comes Steven Spinner, works his way towards the net, leaves it for a teammate. A great pass and they score! Colton Schmidt ties the game at 2 off of a great play from Steven Spinner and a beautiful pass.
Steven Spinner dangled that puck, made the defense show and come to him, and Colton Schmidt came behind one of the forwards right through the middle of the slot, even with the tops of the face-off circles, and he was even off balance, but flipped that one up and rattled it in and just below the crossbar. Good shot there, great feed, great vision and execution on the power play to tie things up at 2.
Colton Schmidt, 12th goal of the season. Steven Spinner will now have 2 points in the game with a goal and an assist as he comes up big. It's a power play goal for the Eagles as they knot this one up at 2.
How do you like this, Brett? All 3 goals, 3 separate periods have been scored within 2:55 of the first period, all within about 4 seconds of each other.
That is nuts.
2:55, 2:57, and 2:51 to start each period.
So if we go to overtime, what would the time be? It's like an SAT question. Figure out the math pattern.
Probably like 2:47.
Of course, it's not math class, it's hockey night, so we're not going to do that. Benilde will ice the puck as we'll get a face-off here deep in the Red Knight zone. Tonight's game brought to you by the Mulch Store. Even though it's cold outside and it seems like spring is never going to come, the Mulch Store has great products to help with your landscaping needs this spring and summer to make your neighbors green with envy. They're online, mulchstoremn.com, mulchstoremn.com. With locations all over the metro area. Red Knights have the puck from behind their own net. They'll pass it along the right wing boards to Augie Moore. Moore will bounce one towards Gertis, who will steer it into the corner. I don't know why I do this, but whenever I read Augie Moore's name on the roster, I always want to say Angie Moore, and I know that's obviously wrong, so apologies to Augie.
So the U's look like N's to you?
Yeah, I don't know why, yeah.
Dyslexic or something? I don't know what that term would be called.
Yeah. Like sideways dyslexia?
Inverse dyslexic?
Newhouse will throw that one into the zone where it's picked up by Aguilar. Red Knights are off on a change. Eden Prairie quickly up ahead to Jack Sullivan, who will dump that in. Will be slowed down by Jalen Long behind the net. Johnny Austin to Jungles, who will tip that up ahead. Snuggerud quickly plays it across to his defensive partner Brady Shue. Snuggerud one touches it into the zone, where it'll be gathered up by Augie Moore. There, I got it that time. Augie Moore will throw his weight around, but actually missed the check on Graham. Now they'll go across to Carter Rue in their own zone. Rue falling to the ice, able to clear it away to Brady Shue, who will have it. Shue will send it right back into the zone. And there to chase it down will be Nick Austin as the Eagles are off on a line change. Austin will turn it over to Michael Graham. Graham couldn't center it as he was tied up, as he had a Michael Parrish streaking onto the ice. They do find a wide open player at center, Argetsinger, but is blocked by Carter Rue. Another shot from Argetsinger goes just wide.
Nice job stepping into that shot by Rue. Argetsinger had an opening for a brief second, but just couldn't get the release off the puck off in time.
Once Eden Prairie's had a sustained forecheck, they've had pretty good defensive coverage, but that time it broke down as they had two Eden Prairie players open on the doorstep and just one Red Knight player there, but Rue was able to get in front and block that shot. Here's Zach Hale across the blue line. He gets checked off the puck. Argetsinger can't quite reach it. There in support is a teammate on the right side who takes a shot from the circle, and an easy save for Jalen Long.
Well, during that intermission, we were wondering how Eden Prairie would respond in the third period. A little bit of a lackadaisical second, not for lack of trying, but just couldn't sustain anything. And Luke Snuggerud comes back out onto the ice, part of that pep talk with his co-captain Steven Spinner. And within the first couple minutes, they end up scoring the game-tying goal.
Jalen Long has trouble with it, trying to cover up a puck which skirted towards him. They're finally able to clear it away. Would have been a weird way to have a go-ahead goal, but Eden Prairie will have it in their own zone. Here comes Brady Shue. Shue gets checked off the puck, but there to help out was Cole Lawrence to prevent a possible break. Snuggerud will one-hand that up ahead to Jack Sullivan, whose shot went wide. Austin will get pinned up along the end wall. Newhouse there in support to help out. He'll skate with it outside the zone. Here comes Ben Newhouse. Newhouse gets stood up by Brady Shue. It's now loose in the corner, as it'll be Jack Sullivan. Sullivan gets blasted off the puck as he dumps it in. It'll be Heimbold now. Heimbold will lead the rush, and he'll just overshoot Evan Fleming on the pass. That'll allow Brett Boldnow to have it. Boldnow from the near side will get a pass out to center to Steven Spinner, and I believe they're just going to get offside. It's not possibly a penalty, but
I think it was offside.
Have a couple of messages. Have one from Melissa Swanson saying hopefully Snuggie will come back in the third period and the boys will pull it together and find a way to get the W, as we have Pete Wagner lurking behind us. And also have one other message, as we have Mimi Molinar tuning in saying thank you for doing a good job and keeping the parents informed. Love to watch their grandson Jack plays in hockey and baseball. And we have a timeout on the ice. We'll take one as well. It's PSB Media's coverage of high school hockey here on PSB.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing several PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie boys hockey on the big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food and watch the EP boys hockey team at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean pizza, the Tavern turkey burger, and my personal favorite, the cheesy tater tots. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5, located just blocks from Eden Prairie High School. We're speaking with Rob Friend at the Mulch Store. Rob, once people have finished up trimming those trees or raking those leaves, how easy is it for them to stop in at the mulch store to drop off those materials? Or maybe even pick up some mulch for next year?
Well, if you want to stop in and drop off, you come in, check in at the gate attendant, and they'll point you in the right direction after you pay a small fee. And if you're ready to pick up something to do a final garden or mulch project, pick out the product you want, pay for the fee, and we'll load up a trailer or a pickup truck if you have that. If not, we do have delivery available.
And of course, you guys have locations all over the metro area.
That's right. For locations and more information on delivery, you can check us out at our website, mulchstoremn.com.
Welcome back here to PSB Media, just underway as Aguilar will try to hold it in. Like to welcome in, it's our pleasure, Pete Wagner, who will join us here for the last few minutes, who's going to be broadcasting Jefferson versus Edina coming up after this one.
We'll have a little video for that one.
Exactly, yeah. You're saying in this one we wish we could bring video, but unfortunately section not allowing it, but at least we have audio for you.
Shutting the door. They didn't want to hurt the gate.
Well, the reason...
And there are more Edina and Jefferson fans here in the stands than there are combined Benilde and EP. So I think we know that answer.
Yeah, no kidding.
Well, the reason why you didn't come on earlier is because you wanted to save your voice for the next game, right?
Absolutely. The do-re-mis are starting to come out right now.
Here's Eden Prairie banking it off the wall, getting it up ahead to Michael Parrish. He'll cross the blue line as a couple of Benilde players in front takes a shot that goes just wide. There to pick it up is Brady Shue, who gets checked off the puck. Now for Benilde-St. Margaret's Lawton. They'll get it over to the left side. Cross center ice they go. They'll dump it in. Snugrud, who back on the ice in the third period, will backhand that around the end wall. Still loose, a shot from the top of the circle, and a save made by Jake Gertis.
Guys, this is a very well-played hockey game between these two teams. It's been tight checking. There's been some great puck movement, good usage of the big sheet, east-west hockey. The goaltending's been solid, and the ebbs and flows have been very interesting. It started with Eden Prairie with Spinner, that neat little move, and then the goal. Then the Red Knights kind of took charge, and here in the third period, it's been the Eagles saying, hey, it's our turn.
Well, I think the big reason why they've come back so well in the third period is because they've got one of their captains back out there in Snugrud.
Yeah, took that nasty block, and that second half of the second period, he was really hunched over there on the bench. We still haven't really seen him take a hard shot yet, so it'll be interesting to see if he has any oomph behind that shot, if he does take one.
Well, his value to me is really in puck movement. Oops, there's a tough pass that's picked up.
Yeah, here comes Benilde-St. Margaret's left side. They find the player shot from the dot, scooped out of the air by Gertis. Kind of handcuffed on that one.
It's one of those ramp jobs. You know how these goaltenders have the sticks on a ramp and they'd save the puck twice, so not only does it hit the stick, it hits your midsection. You just better have that 5-hole closed or not let it go over the top of your shoulder, but he gobbled it up.
Absolutely. Face-off will be to the right of Gertis after Benilde trying to create a little play there. Spencer Noss have that first line on the ice, which features Jungles and Carter Rue. And off the face-off, Eden Prairie wins it. Benilde was trying to push it towards the net. Here comes Colton Schmidt. Schmidt can't quite get it up ahead to Graham. Now it's Spinner. Spinner to weave his way into the zone. He gets checked off the puck. It'll be Nas, the Mr. Hockey finalist, flipping that into the zone. Gertis will slow it down. Play it to Aguilar in the corner. Aguilar able to clear it away. And Johnny Austin will poke that up ahead to Rue. Swings and misses a heads-up attempt, and now it pops up into the air. Austin will have it again up ahead to Carter Rue. And Gertis will slow it down here with 7 minutes, 45 seconds left in the third period. Knotted up at 2. Cross to Colton Schmidt. Eden Prairie's off on a change as they dump it. Ben Newhouse there for the puck. Helped out by our teammate Spencer Nas. Actually checked that it was Hale. Newhouse will have it. Newhouse to Caskey. Caskey's pass picked off by Jack Keeley across the blue line. Here's Keeley on his backhand. Works his way to the slot. Rebound chance, and they hit the goal post. Snugrud a shot through traffic. And that one's just wide. There's Austin in the corner. Hale to try to dig it out. Hale can't clear it. It's thrown in front. Open player on the backhand shot. And a save made by The goaltender, Jalen Long, good job by him to cut off that angle.
Red Knights absolutely scrambling in the defensive zone, lost a couple of battles, then they do off the end wall, and you had two Eden Prairie Eagles wide open in the goal mouth area to try to punch one home. Just before that, they had a good look at the net. Off the post, comes square out, and then a shot that goes just wide of the net. Jalen Long was looking one way, the puck went the other. A little bit dicey for the Red Knights, but we're still tied at 2.
Absolutely. Here's the face-off to the right of Jalen Long, who's played a good game, stopping 19 of 21 shots. One. Here's a shot from Graham off the face-off from the top of the circle, turned away by Long, gave up a rebound, and now it's Benilde the other way. It's Nate Meyer. Nair plays ahead to the left side to a number 18 Fleming. That shot over the net, and now Eden Prairie will have it from the corner. Able to clear it out to center, as the Red Knights will try to set things up. They'll have it and play it down low, and to gather it up is Meyer. He'll lose it though, and now it's Eden Prairie Snuggerud.
Red Knights have dropped back into a 1-2-2, taking the neutral zone away.
Let's see if that'll change anything up. They find an open player on the right side, Meyer. Meyer stops, goes across, overshoots Spencer Noss. Had him open there for a moment. And now there's a slap shot blocked by the defense. Comes right back to a Benilde player, waiting. Gertis makes the save, and again, as you said, Pete taking advantage of that ramp to scoop that out of the air, out of the goal crease.
It's a new thing they teach these days. I guess I'm a little old school, Kevin, but why would you need to make the save twice? Is that for a save percentage thing? The next level?
I think it's time to improve his save percentage.
Yeah. Absolutely. Padding the stats.
Yeah, that's right.
That's the way to do it.
Face-off will be to the right of Gertis, and speaking of that save percentage, just a hair below 900, although Kevin and I were saying probably played a little bit better than that save percentage will show, as he's come up big in some games here for the Eagles. Keeley across, they go to the right side, they find Argetsinger, takes a shot top of the circle, goes wide, takes a nasty carom off the end wall. Benilde there to clear it away. Lively boards here in Mariucci. And now it's dumped into the zone.
You guys have done plenty of the Eden Prairie Eagles this year. How much did they miss Colton Schmidt in the lineup? It seems like he's really infused a lot of energy, not only skill, but energy to the roster.
Yeah, they really needed to get him back in the lineup because they were kind of struggling with their second and third lines. I actually, when I saw him back in the lineup, thought they might put him down on that second line to anchor that, but they've had him play up with a Spinner and also Michael Graham to kind of stack things on that first line, and they've created all sorts of havoc. And, of course, that frees up another player to play down on that second line. So just really helps with their depth, as he was one of only 4 players that averages over a point a game. Here's Eden Prairie from the corner, as they're able to clear that out to number 28, Jack Clays, who dumps that into the zone. It's tied up in the corner. Up the goal now at the point, takes a shot through some traffic that goes wide. They're able to clear that out to Zach Hale. Hale will backhand it into the zone where it's picked up by Brett Bold now. Eden Prairie will have it from the near side boards. They go across, dangerous pass, nearly picked off there by Evan Fleming. Fleming will actually get it, and now it's Hale to dump it in. Under 5 minutes to go, third period, knotted up at 2. Of course, Pete, you and I had an overtime game last night where we had the very impressive Stillwater Ponies beating White Bear Lake in overtime.
Well executed game by the Stillwater Ponies against the White Bear Lake Bears, who I thought had enough in them to go toe-to-toe with the Hill Murray Pioneers. Still, if Stillwater does what they did last night, that should be an interesting contest Friday night. To close out the Lee and Rose Warner Coliseum, what a place. Could it get any colder in there?
No kidding.
Oh, my
Kevin,
word.
you did a game
I
there.
feel like I was in a meat locker.
It was funny, the concourse was actually colder than the rink itself. Kevin, did you experience that when you were there last week?
I think they had the heat up a little bit.
I found myself in the restroom as many times as I could, whether I needed to or not, because it was the only place you could seek refuge. It was that cold. It was boiling in there in those things.
So did you just go beyond the concessions and ask for the pizza or something like that?
Well, I just want to go. I was going to say, drop me in the deep fryer here. I just need to get heated up.
Just put one of your hands in. Hopefully the rest of your body will follow suit.
Face-off will be to the left of Jalen Long here in the Benilde-St. Margaret zone. They'll draw it back to Brady Shue. Shot from the top of the circle. Rebound given up. Johnny Austin there to Get things away from danger. Across they try to go to Chase Jungles, but it's poked away by the defense there of Eden Prairie. Now it gets shot up into the crowd.
The top line that consists of Spencer Noss and Chase Jungles and Carter Rue is, to a degree been held in check here tonight. It's really been the play of the second and third lines that have been very effective on the forecheck. Real blue-collar, grinding type of game for those lines. This line has had a more difficult time getting things going here, and you think it would go maybe a little bit easier at the bigger sheet, but they're being a little more linear than I think you want to. There's not enough angles and flow, moving east-west through the center ice area to get open for passes. A lot of those getting picked off.
They have a listener listening from, get this, Nagano, Japan, site of the 1998 Olympics. Nagano, however you said that. Well, it's been 14 years since it's been there. How long? 16 years. Yeah, it's Billy Brown tuning in saying, go Red Knights. Thanks for tuning in, Billy. Eden Prairie will have it out in the neutral zone. Here is Spinner. That shot gets locked up into the air. Johnny
Is that any relation to Sky Brown, by the way?
I don't know.
Send a message back.
Yeah, that's right. Chase Jungles to have it in the corner. And now Noss to pick it up. Noss can't quite hold it in. Eden Prairie will have it. As Spinner trying to avoid the check of the Benilde-St. Margaret's player. I'll actually tackle him to the ice as he and Newhouse are battling out. Meanwhile, it's Graham stick-handling his way to the doorstep. A save made by Jalen Long. Approaching the 3-minute mark, still knotted up at 2. Austin will have it from the own end wall. Pass it over to the left side. As it'll be Carter Rue who will just send that into the zone. Picking it up is Augie Moore. Moore battling it out with Charlie Lawrence. Moore actually lost the stick as he's still being sandwiched there by a couple of players. Here comes Benilde with it. That's Holmers. Holmers still being pestered, and now Aguilar will come away with it, pass it over that left side. Now they go back right into the neutral zone where it'll be pushed ahead by Riley Argetsinger. Played over to Heimbold. And now
Can I get the feeling next goal wins, guys?
You're really going out on a limb on that call, huh?
What's that?
Said you're really going out on a limb on that call.
Absolutely. I was thinking that at about the 5-minute mark, but I thought I'd hold it.
Thought you were going to wait till overtime to make the call. Next goal wins. Here's Benilde. They're trying to look for that goal. They'll have it up at the point. And now it's loose in front. Went off the skate of an Eden Prairie player. Eagles have it in transition. Rush. Benilde player falls to the ice. Here's a break for Keeley. Takes a shot, but Keeley Long will use a stick to poke that in the air and out of play.
Keeley racing up the left wing side, gains the Red Knight line, getting turned inside out with a little footwork there as Peter Heimbold spun in the air, fell down on his derriere like a beached whale, as it was Keeley who worked his way right in and went up over the top of the goal with a nice save from Jalen Long.
Face-off will be to the right of Long as we're under 2 minutes left here in the third period. Off the face-off, they'll draw it back to Luke Snuggerud. Takes a shot that goes wide. Here is Holmers. Up ahead to Zach Hale. Behind the net, it's Snuggerud around the end wall. And he's able to find a teammate on that left side. In the rush, here's Clays working his way towards center. He gets poked off the puck. And now Hale will pass it over to the right side to Holmers. Holmers lost it along the near side boards. Eden Prairie will have it in the corner and play it to Brady Shue behind the net. From the right, it's Eden Prairie with it. There's a slap shot and a drive from Jack Sullivan. Easy save made for Jalen Long, and they'll actually drop it now for a teammate as they'll continue play. Approaching the 1-minute mark, here's the dangerous Spencer Noss. Shot from the dot, save made by Gertis, gave up a rebound, but Eden Prairie there to slot it outside the zone.
He had the head spinning there, had no idea where that biscuit was after he made the save up high with the blocker pad save.
And nice job by Michael Graham to figure out where the puck was and clear it for the Eagles.
They're able to clear it out to center our Eden Prairie. It's Bold now across the blue line. And we'll get a whistle here with 46 seconds to go. In period number 3, knotted up at 2. Section 6 championship winner moves on to the XL Energy Center as guys starting to see the Jefferson and Edina fans flow into the rink here.
Taking it over.
Yeah, the Jefferson student section, great turnout for them.
They travel well.
Side.
They definitely travel well. By the way, hello to the Wallen family listening on in Edina. Sylvie Wallen, of course, the big goal scorer and the big player and the all-tournament team from the Blake Bears girls team. picked up the game-time goal and the game-winning goal against the Green Wave of East Grand Forks. So glad to see that the puck runneth deep in the Wallen family.
Ben Newhouse will have it from his own zone, pass it over to the right side to Nate Meyer. Here's Meyer. Will work his way behind the net on his backhand. Gets checked off the puck by Steven Spinner. Tied up in the corner here with 23 seconds left, third period. Eden Prairie will have it. And they'll try to get that up ahead, but poked away. They're trying to find Graham. Now it's Benilde going the other way. Here comes Evan Fleming. Fleming works his way right on the doorstep to Gertis, who makes a huge save. Now Fleming with it still. Fleming up to the point. One-timer goes just blind. 4 seconds left. Benilde from the near side boards up to the point to Newhouse. Shot with 1 second. And he'll run out of time as that'll do it. We're going to overtime, guys, here with Eden Prairie and Benilde-St. Margaret's in the 6AA championship.
So to take it back to what we were talking about earlier, guys, now the Red Knights have seized control of the ebbs and flows of this contest, and now they're getting the chances. The forecheck has been very, very solid for the Red Knights. For the Eden Prairie Eagles, the skill guys, their high-end guys, Colton Schmidt, Steven Spinner, Snuggerud, they've been moving the puck very well and creating chances. The goaltending on both sides, playing great. To me, I thought this was a game we're going to see a 6-5 overtime game like we saw from these two teams earlier in the year.
Yeah.
But I could hear a coach screaming, third guy high, on the Eden Prairie side of things. This is straight out, this is defensive posture. You cannot miss, you can't get deep, you can't get caught below the dots. I don't know. The way this thing's going, guys, this could go into a couple of OTs.
Well, watching the first 3 periods, we saw a goal scored in the first 250-something. So I'm going with my bet that someone will score in the first 250. You think
there's a defensive breakdown?
Yes.
Who's your hero?
I have no idea.
Yeah, it's one of those games where you can't really pick.
Well, I guess it's got to be Benilde-St. Margaret's because we were going back and forth. Eden Prairie the first and third.
So you're saying it's their turn?
It's their turn, yeah.
I'll play devil's advocate, though, and go with Spinner in overtime.
I'll go Zach Hale.
All right. So we at least have a representative on each squad.
And then you be the tiebreaker, Kevin.
How about Jungles? I'll go with
Jungles. You're going Juggies. Okay, perfect.
Very good. Well, we'll take a timeout, have overtime on the way in just a minute or so here on PSP.
I wish it was spring.
Hello, Carl.
Whoa, who are you?
I'm the Mulch Store Genie.
Well, your entrance music makes you sound like an alien.
We Mulch Store Genies survive on grass and compost, not snow and ice.
If you're a genie, where's your lamp?
Mulch Store Genies live... Never mind you. Let's get to the point. You had a wish for me, Carl.
Yeah, I wished it would be spring.
Your wish is my command.
Sweet, this is much better. Wow, my lawn looks great too.
Indeed, Carl. That's the power of the Mulch Store Genius.
Thanks.
Tell your friends of my mulching powers.
The Mulch Store, granting beautiful lawn and landscaping wishes since 2000. Store locations in Burnsville, Minnetrista, Rosemount, and Shakopee.
Great food and great sports. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5 in Eden Prairie. This season, the Tavern on 4 and 5 will be showing several PSB broadcasts of Eden Prairie boys hockey on the big screen TVs. So make it a night out. Get some great food and watch the EP boys hockey team at the Tavern on 4 and 5. Some of their classics include the Mediterranean pizza, the Tavern turkey burger, and my personal favorite, the cheesy tater tots. It's the Tavern on 4 and 5, located just blocks from Eden Prairie High School.
Randy, why aren't you eating? Like these insurance bills are so high, I've lost my appetite. I am freaking out.
Mysteriously high rates can be stressful. Switch to State Farm for discounts up to 40%. Get to a groovier state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbeer's State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie, a local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbeer.com.
Are you ready for a little extra hockey from Mariucci? We're in overtime here with Eden Prairie and Benilde-St. Margaret's. Again, we'll have an 8-minute overtime period. If no one scores, we'll resurface and keep playing for a long time. As we're underway here in overtime, Ben Newhouse will have it along the left wing boards. Newhouse to dump it into the zone. Sign off our network. We're losing connections. I have nothing. And Brett Bold now to pick it up behind his own net. Apologize for the slight connection issue. We're going to try to take off our tablets, hoping that wasn't causing the issue, but if it was, maybe it'll solve it. Here's Brett Bold now behind his own net. Bold now over to Keeley as it's played outside the zone. Heimbold up ahead. They go, and now Eden Prairie will have it. Bold now to shoot it into the zone. There to pick it up will be Johnny Austin as he slaps it into the air. Red Knights will have it here in neutral. Noss to dump it into the zone. Snuggerud with it. Kind of back and forth here to start overtime. And it goes through Heimbold. Eden Prairie's going to have it out in front. They center it, and it goes just past the stick of Colton Schmidt after it was initially deflected.
Yeah, Long did a nice job recognizing that pass going through the crease, getting his stick out, and deflecting it away from a couple of Eden Prairie players very feverishly waiting at the doorstep.
A lot of interesting stat here on overtime for Eden Prairie, dating back to last season, undefeated in their last 9 overtime games, 5-0-4. Long had a little trouble with that shot from the top of the circle, still made the save. Now it's Benilde in transition. Newhouse got thrown to the ice. Red Knight fans want a penalty. They won't get one. Now Gertis will cover up a loose puck for a faceoff. Again, apologize for the connection issues. For whatever reason, Verizon, not a strong connection here at Mariucci. I've gone to some Gopher games here, and I never get service on my Verizon phone, so do our best here with the connection problems.
And Benilde-St. Margaret, you're mentioning some overtime statistics for Eden Prairie, already playing now in their 6th overtime game of the season. Couple losses, couple times. One of those losses, a shootout loss in their tournament against Bloomington Jefferson. And for Benilde-St. Margaret's obviously having plenty of experience in these sudden death type games.
Gets poked outside the zone and sent right back in where Charlie Lawrence will have it near his own blue line. Lawrence will follow the ice trying to skate with it up ahead. Tied up near the penalty box. Eden Prairie will flip it in. Johnny Austin will have it for Benilde-St. Margaret's. Play it over to Ben Newhouse in the right-hand corner. He'll skate with it up. Go across as it goes off the skate of Carter Rue. Austin, a long shot from center ice, steered away by Gertis. Keeley now has it for the Eagles. Argetsinger will spin around near the U of M logo and dump it into the zone as Eden Prairie's off on a change. Here's Ben Newhouse. Losing his stick handle, but there in support was Holmers. He lost it out at center ice. Both teams kind of playing conservative here in overtime. We don't see a lot of chances being taken so far.
Well, as Pete Wagner mentions, too, the defensive calls of Eden Prairie coaching staff saying keep that 3-man high, not give up an inch defensively. We have not really seen any odd man rush opportunities to this point. A couple of goals were scored either when a player fell down or just a mistake already in their own half.
As the puck was being played on the near side, the cage actually came close, so we have a whistle here. Cage came loose, I should say. I want to thank Pete Wagner for joining us just a couple of minutes ago, providing some more insight. He knows more about hockey than I think you and I have ever forgotten.
Yeah, both of us combined.
Yeah,
don't
combined,
know as much
absolutely.
as Pete.
Of course, Pete, if you want to hear him, he'll be having the broadcast of Jefferson versus Edina in the next game, the 2AA section championship. And keep in mind, that game is free with live video, so tune in for that. It's right after this one here on PSB and also Minnesota Hockey Magazine. Still waiting to drop the puck. Loose near the circle as Eden Prairie is able to flip it up in their own bench with 5:02 left in the first overtime period.
Well, we already surpassed that 2:55 mark, so I can't be right on my call anymore.
So you're not right. So it's either Pete and I who are going to make the call.
Yep.
I forgot who Pete was picking. I guess I was going with Spinner. I was the only guy who picked Eden Prairie.
Yeah, he went with Hale.
Although we should caution that all three of us don't have a lot of confidence in those picks. At least I don't. To be honest, I have no idea who to win.
I was just joking around. So
I'm
especially going to say that now because I'm wrong. So
yeah,
I was just kidding.
Very convenient, huh? Benilde-St. Margaret's will ice the puck as we get a whistle here with 4:43. Mine was pretty much a shot in the dark. It really just feels like one of those types of games where you don't know who's going to get that overtime winner, and it's even more predictable the longer this game goes as the teams tire out, where you're going to get one of those ugly types of goals to win it.
Well, like the games that I covered with North Star Sports on Saturday, where St. Thomas Academy ended up defeating Eastview and Egan ended up defeating Cretin-Durham Hall. Going into the overtime of both those games, it felt like the team that ended up winning would win. Here, I have no idea. Very, very evenly played, and no one seems to have an advantage at this point.
Puck loose behind the goal cage of Jalen Long. Spinner will try to center it, but his pass is picked off by Caskey, who's able to clear the zone, bank it off the wall and ice it in. Kind of seen that the past few minutes. Maybe some fatigue here for the Red Knights. They've iced it now, I think, 2 or 3 times over the past minute and a half or so.
Got a larger sheet of ice to skate on. And you mentioned maybe not getting those pregame rituals in since they're used to playing a little bit later in the day.
4 minutes, 20 seconds to go in the overtime period. Face-off will be to the right of Jalen Long.
Could use some electrolytes. What plants Prairie?
And the Minnesota Wild goal song going in the background. And now we finally get the puck. It's puck drop. Easy for me to say. Snuggerud shot goes just wide. Benilde-St. Margaret's Heimbold clears it away, and here come the Red Knights 2-on-2. They pass it over to the right side to Meyer. Meyer lost it though. Snuggerud will have it from the near side boards. Luke Snuggerud will get that up ahead to Cole Lawrence. Lawrence waits. It'll be tipped into the zone as he'll dump it in. Eden Prairie off on a change. Now clear it away. Here's Brady Shue with the puck across to Andy Aguilar. Aguilar's pass too far for Michael Parrish. That will allow Benilde to send it right back into the EP zone. Now 3.5 left here in the first overtime period. As the Eagles will dump it into the zone. There's Parrish to give chase against Ben Newhouse. They're actually going to call icing though, as they're going to face off deep in Eagle territory.
Shots on goal pretty even. Eden Prairie with a 3 shots on goal advantage, so a 1 shot on goal advantage in this overtime. Benilde has had a little bit of trouble so far holding their offensive end in this overtime, but again, Eden Prairie hasn't generated a ton of scoring chances.
Puck is dropped. Eden Prairie will draw it into the corner. Good face-off win by Steven Spinner as they'll play that up ahead to Aguilar. They'll go across. Here's Spinner across the blue line. Shot blocked by Spencer Noss. A couple of Mr. Hockey finalists battling it out. Heimbold to play that into the corner of his own zone. Schmidt will get pinned up into the boards by Ben Newhouse. Spencer Noss to try to dig it out. Here comes Michael Graham in support. Graham will gain possession on his backhand. Will stick handle along the end wall. Now go to his forehand in the corner. Up to the point to Charlie Lawrence. Lawrence goes across to Aguilar's shot block. He gets it right back. Throws it at the net again through some traffic. Kicked away by Benilde-St. Margaret's. They're close to starting a possible 2-on-1, but good job by Aguilar to hold that in. Again, trying to spring. This time, Jungle's free.
That was a great job by Aguilar. Benilde-St. Margaret's is looking for the opportunity, but Aguilar with the stick check kept it into the Benilde-St. Margaret zone.
Eden Prairie will have it with Brady Shue going across to the right side. Here's Keeley, who will skate his way into the zone and then fall to the ice. Glove down in front on the doorstep. Aguilar had the puck, but the whistle had blown first anyways. And nothing doing there here with a little over 2 minutes left in OT. And not sure why the whistle went, Kevin, but Aguilar looked like he was going to get it out in front wide open. And I think they might say play with a high stick because the faceoff's going all the way deep into the Eden Prairie zone.
I think the initial play was with the high stick as Argidsinger then received a great pass, but he held up and didn't make a clean play on the puck, but that's because already the whistle had blown.
Still waiting to drop. Referee very deliberate here, as now they do drop it. Benilde will win it. There's a blast from Lawton blocked by Eden Prairie. And now they're able to clear it away to Riley Argidsinger. Argidsinger from the far side boards will poke it into the zone. Lawton can't clear it away. Still loose from the far... From the end wall, Benilde will have it. They'll play it up ahead to Caskey. Goal scorer from earlier tonight. Will bank it off the wall. Thrown out in front by the Red Knights, but nobody there but Eagle players. And now it's Eden Prairie in transition, working their way into the zone. Argidsinger trying to dance his way through a couple of Benilde players. Boy, Argidsinger's been on the ice forever here for Eden Prairie. couple of Benilde players collide at the blue line trying to get something going offensively. It's tied up along the near side board. Spinner will pick it up from the end wall. Spinner to pass it over to the right side. No one home in neutral. Now it'll be Johnny Austin crossing the blue line. Here's Austin working his way down low. Centering pass way off the mark. Got a couple of players trailing the play, but split them. And now it's Schmidt from the far side. He gets thrown up into the boards. And as the puck's in the Benilde-St. Margaret's end, Fleming will have it from the corner. Kind of setting a screen was a Benilde player inadvertently, and now it's flipped up into the air with under a minute to go here in OT number 1.
Both teams trying to work, keep the pressure on, and force the opponent to make a mistake, and right now that's not happening. Both teams still maintaining that conservative nature. And until someone takes a chance, we might not see a goal.
A lot of tension here in the building as next goal when its next team goes on to the XL Energy Center. Class AA state quarterfinals next Thursday. Spinner with the blast from the blue line. It's the goalpost loose in front. Covered up by Jalen Long. What a chance for Steven Spinner. Launched a shot from near the blue line that hit the goalpost.
It's the second time we've seen the right post bail out Long tonight. Boy, was he fortunate on that one. It was a beautiful placement shot from Spinner going across the body, across the ice to that far side post. Hit the inside of it, but not enough to rattle it in for the game winner.
And after they hit the post, they still had it loose in front and had a pretty good look at the net, but nothing doing as Benilde-St. Margaret's dodges a big bullet there. Face-off will be to the right of Long. They'll draw it back to Michael Graham. Graham can't hold the zone. Now Shue will have it as the Eagles will have to reset. Shue retreats into his own zone. Goes across to Luke Snuggerud. He fans on a pass. Actually, check out it was Aguilar who fanned on that pass. Eagles are able to clear it away. Benilde plays it over to Newhouse on the right side. A couple of players tied up from the near side boards. Trying to dig it out. Shot from Newhouse gets deflected up into the air, and we're going to whistle here with 14 seconds left in overtime number 1. See what Benilde can draw up here from the face-off circle deep in the EP zone.
Makes sense now why they started this game early. Figured it might go into a couple overtimes.
Right. Going to make for a late night at Mariucci for anyone working the late game, unless someone scores here in the next 14 seconds. Benilde wins the face-off. They'll draw it back to Newhouse. They'll just send it to the end wall. Takes a carom, and then Gertis covers it up here with 9 seconds left.
Mentioned that the back boards have been very active. Gertis recognizing that, took a peek around the gates and saw that the puck had trickled all the way very near him and the near side of the crease, so just simply covered it up. Benilde-St. Margaret still another chance at a face-off with 9 seconds left in this overtime, but still didn't want to take any chances, so Gertis covered that one up.
Hale in the face-off circle for the Red Knights. He has Newhouse and Spencer Noss to his right. And a good win there by Steven Spinner to tie it up in the circle. Graham comes away with it with 4 seconds. Graham will just tie it up in his skates to kill the clock, and that's exactly what he'll do, as we're going to have another overtime here from Mariucci Arena. We're knotted up at 2 here on PSB Media. Stay tuned. We'll have more on the way next. Again, this will be a longer break since they will resurface the ice. You're listening to High School Hockey on PSBMN.com.
Well, actually, I had 2 issues going on. I had a torn rotator cuff surgery in February of 2013, and also a herniated disc in my back.
In high school, I had a tobogganing accident. It was my first time on a toboggan. I was the last person. There were 6 people in front of me, and we hit a pile of ice under the snow about this high that we couldn't see. And when we hit it, all 6 people backed into me. My legs were spread out. I was paralyzed for half an hour, and during that time, I was uncertain I would ever walk again.
My right side, I got a really bad pain in my shoulder and neck area, and it was excruciating.
I'm a skier, and I fell and broke my femur. And prior to that, I also fell on the ice, helping the dog into the back of the truck because the dog wouldn't get in, and I fell and I broke my shoulder, and I had 3 pins put in, and they didn't give me enough therapy, and I ended up with a frozen shoulder.
I had neck and back pain from work, and it was just got to the point where it was enough that I had to come in and seek help, and so then I started coming into Avocare for treatment.
And in our office, it has always been and will always be, the patient comes first. And this is a real philosophical issue, but it makes a huge difference in how you approach the problem.
I was looking for something that was maybe going to be somewhere near as good. I didn't expect something better. And when I opened the Bloomington phone book, this was the first one in the list. And it called itself a pain clinic, and I called it first, and I was really impressed, and I came right in.
Meeting dentists for the first time, I realized that they treat it more holistically. So I really was looking for help with both areas of my body.
Came in here and just seemed like knew what he was talking about, and then started getting treatment here and helped, so stuck with it. So been to enough different chiropractors over the years that I know that like the treatment I get here.
I feel that they very customize for what you need, and that's even with my therapy for my car accident. I can tell that it's not the cookie box. Everybody gets the same treatment, and it's for what actually is going on with you and your body.
What separates us from the other chiropractors in the area is the fact that we can provide a much broader array of services under one location to include the medical and the physical therapy. There's many healthcare plans out there that do not have therapy coverage, your medical assistance and Medicare for chiropractors. Here we can much better service a medical assistant or Medicare population because we can combine the therapies and we get better results.
Treating soft tissue, not just doing adjustments, but also acupuncture, laser treatments, and then incorporating exercise. So it's really hitting it from all angles.
A physical trainer is not an expert who can tell you what a physical therapist can when you've had an injury. And so I'm getting the best, most tailored exercise for my specific condition on the day I come in.
I'd come twice a week to therapy, and they worked on both my shoulders, and it's unbelievable. I mean, I can do this now. Before I could do this.
They do work as a team, and that they're very friendly. Of course, they know me by name. I'm not just another number.
Getting me on the regimen to get into physical therapy, and then I like the people, and they seem to keep me out of pain.
Why would you combine physical therapy with chiropractic? Because the two processes complement each other so well. So on the rehab side, we'll then look at the case through a chiropractic focus as well as a physical therapy focus, and then we'll sit down as a team and talk about that patient and those symptoms. And we then strategize from a team approach, how can we combine services for cost-effective approaches to get this person back functioning better.
What I found with Dennis and Ryan and the entire team here is they're looking at you as a whole, but they're trying to put together a customized plan that meets my needs, and then over time even make adjustments.
The combination of massage, only one other place had massage, and the massage here is much more professional. And there's some alternative care from Michael, the physical therapist, that I have never gotten anywhere, and I've never seen it available except for out of pocket, and it's covered by my insurance here.
They're wonderful. They know what they're doing. They're kind. They're considerate. They're very friendly, and I have improved so much.
Please give us a call, check us out on the internet, and come on in to see how we can best serve your needs.
Located in the Southgate building in Bloomington, contact us at 952-835-6653 or online at advocaremn.com.
I think I have the window seat. You better double check that, my friend.
Don't think we don't know who you are.
Yeah, I'm Aaron Rodgers.
No, that's not it.
You're that State Farm discount double check guy.
Discount double check. Thanks to the hundreds you saved us, we could upgrade the grill class.
Grill class?
Your tongs are in your seat back.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Guys, this is my cousin Raj.
Hey boys, I just saved a ton of cash with my State Farm discount
double check.
So the brats are on me. Oh, geez.
Crazy dream.
Easy. You're gonna wreck Bob's dream. By the way, how's that sausage pillow?
Delicious, good stick.
Save with the discount double check today. Get to a better state. State Farm.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie, a local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbier.com.
How is it on that thing? Well, this thing's not going to be clicking. Yeah, the UMM network's not going to work at all. Well, this reconnects automatically anyways.
Jeepers, it's the creeper!
What do we do now? It's a mystery.
I know. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Zoinks! It's Lucy, like our favorite State Farm agent lady.
Hi, gang. I'll handle it. And that's not really a monster.
Creeper!
Mr. Carswell!
You meddling kids.
State Farm takes the mystery out of dealing with insurance. Get to a groovier state.
Ray, why aren't you eating? Like these insurance bills are so high, I've lost my appetite. I am freaking out.
Mysteriously high rates can be stressful. Switch to State Farm for discounts up to 40%. Get to a groovier state.
Shop and save with Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office in Eden Prairie, a local connection at a lower cost. BrandyWarmbier.com.
This one? Oh. No, I'm on the right one here. Wi-Fi 2. Why is this happening? This is ridiculous.
Click disconnect, then reconnect on that.
Yes, okay. Let's try this one again.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Lenslink, Clinic Administrator and Care Coordinator for Advocare Clinics, and I want to welcome you to our facility. If you're looking at this right now, you're probably searching for a new location for care for a new or chronic injury. And I want to assure you that we have...
Welcome back here to Mariucci Arena as we're getting ready for a double overtime, which is just a few minutes away here on PSP. To apologize here, trying to play with our connection during the between overtimes period to make sure it's stable once we drop the puck. I think we have everything straightened on out, or not. As we're tied up at 2 here at Mariucci Arena in the Section 6 championship for Eden Prairie and Benilde-St. Margaret's. Trying to figure out who the game winner will be. Shots on goal 28-24 in favor of the Jefferson Jaguars, who aren't involved in this game, but they have fired 24 shots on goal. We'll briefly pause right now and get ready for double overtime. We're going to leave our screen right here. This is high school hockey on PSP Media.
You can't hit stop and then start again?
Hold on. It's going to mute us so we're not talking. Well, that didn't work. Or whatever. Seriously. I'm going to try unplugging mine.
I'm going to try turning this off and back on.
Okay, yeah, might as well. I'm going to shut my phone off too here. Let's look below. Do they have any Ethernet down there? What's that blue cord?
It's Ethernet.
Where does it go to?
It's over here.
Wonder if we can plug into it.
No, it's just one way.
Oh. Wait, we're not going to have any overtime here.
Okay, mine's turning on.
You have a computer with you?
Yep.
Stupid ass thing. Which one is on right now?
Yours.
Mine? Oh, okay. That's probably why it's not going.
Mine's still searching for a stupid network.
Hi, I'm Dr. Dennis Lanslink, Clinic Administrator and Care Coordinator for Advocare Clinics, and I want to welcome you to our facility. If you're looking at this right now, you're probably searching for a new location for care for a new or chronic injury. And I want to assure you that we have a lot of services in one location that are convenient for you, and we can combine more options for you than you'll find at most other pain management or big box medical clinics.
I like the staff. They're friendly, they're supportive, they're encouraging, they're cautious, and they rearrange my exercise schedule based on what my symptoms are.
I want to welcome you and invite you to stop by for a free consultation with me as a care coordinator to see how we could best serve you and what kind of results we think we can get for you.
Contact us at 952-835-6653 or online at advocaremn.com.
Welcome back here to PSP Media as we're getting ready for a double overtime. Eden Prairie and the Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights are knotted up at 2. This will be a 17-minute overtime period as they've got the ice all resurfaced out. Trying to see if it will help open things up now that they'll have a fresh sheet of ice to skate on. As one goal is all it's going to take for the team to win Section 6 and move on to the XL Energy Center for the state tournament coming up next week. Been doing our best here with our connection. It's beyond us lie our Verizon 4G LTE hotspots are not working here. I have noticed when I've watched Gopher hockey games here before that when I'm on my phone, which is Verizon, I have trouble picking up a connection. So we're doing our best to try to work through that here in the double overtime.
Well, my hotspot just went on the fritz too. Now it doesn't even recognize it's being charged.
So Eden Prairie still huddling around their bench. We haven't dropped the puck yet here in double overtime. And now Eden Prairie skates out onto the ice. They'll have their first line on the ice with Spinner, Schmidt, and Michael Graham. As they'll draw it over to Michael Graham, who will dump that into the zone. In double overtime as first team to score will win. As they'll throw it out in front. There's Spencer Noss with the puck. Spass will cross the blue line, take a slap shot. That goes just wide. And now they'll go across over to Johnny Austin. Austin over to Noss. They'll glance off his skate. And they'll find player over there, number 10, Carter Rue. Thrown towards the net. Gertis there to gather it up for a face-off here with about 16 and a half left in overtime. Number 2 in a long night so far, but these teams, of course, both these teams desperately want to win this game and get back to the XL Energy Center.
Both teams have the recent taste of a state tournament in their grasp. 2012 appearance for Benilde-St. Margaret's, 2011 for Eden Prairie.
Here's Eden Prairie from the left wing boards. Luke Snuggerud. Snuggerud gets stood up at the blue line. Snuggerud will retreat into his own zone, pass it over to the right side. Here comes Eden Prairie taking a shot right on, and Jalen Long there to make the save.
Nice job by Long. He covered that one up cleanly.
Bad angle. Now was Arkinson that jumped that from the right side guy.
So face-off will be to the left here of Jalen Long. And coming up, we'll have Edina versus Bloomington Jefferson. Did have someone email ask why this game is audio and the next game is video. The reason why, it's up to the sections on whether they want to allow streaming of audio and video. Section 6 said no to video of any kind, no matter the company, while Section 2 did permit live video. So that's the reason why we're audio only on tonight's game and having video of the Edina versus Jefferson game. Spencer Noss will lead the rush there 2-on-2 as Caskey on his right side. Noss crosses the blue line and now is forced to the end wall where he gets checked up into the boards by Brady Shue. Snuggerud to poke that away along the left wing boards. Here comes Michael Graham. Graham to pass it over to the right side. The Spinner takes a shot blocked by Johnny Austin. Spinner to retrieve it into the corner as he gets hit up into the boards. And it's Andy Aguilar playing it over to Spinner. Goes through his legs. It's loose near the far side board. Benilde will get it. They find Chase Jungles one-on-one, but good job to poke that away by Brett Boldenau. A lot of pressure to face a good player like Jungles. It was a good defensive play by Eden Prairie's junior defenseman. Here comes Michael Graham. He'll backhand that into the zone as it's Johnny Austin picking it up first. Now in the corner, Eden Prairie will get it on a turnover. They'll lose it though, and now it's Spencer Noss. Noss through the slot as a breakaway. Here's Noss in overtime. Denied by Jake Curtis trying to make a move to his left side. As we're going to whistle here with 14:51, and perhaps a penalty it looks like coming up against Eden Prairie.
Yeah, Noss drew the penalty as he made his move past the last line of the Eagles' defense. So while he doesn't get the game winner at that point, he will put the Red Knights on the power play.
Boy, did Spencer Noss just turn on the jets though at that last second, splitting the defense purely with speed, trying to make a move on his backhand against Curtis, who hugged the post to make the save, but as you said, Kevin, he draws a penalty, so.
He's got a tricked out Honda Civic in those skates and put the hydrogen tubes on.
Benilde will play catch at the point. Biggest power play of the season they've had. It's Newhouse across to Johnny Austin. They send it down low. Benilde will have it. They'll give it back up to Austin at the point. Austin to Newhouse. Newhouse takes a shot, blocked, and now here comes Jack Keeley, short-handed. Keeley against Austin, works his way to the slot, scores! Jack Keeley going to send Eden Prairie to the state tournament, scoring a short-handed goal in double overtime.
What a job by Jack Keeley, winning a battle, just crossing his own defensive blue line, beating the last line of defense in Johnny Austin, and putting that one top shelf on the goaltender Long.
Wow, what a turn of events. Spencer Noss with a breakaway in overtime draws a penalty to put Benilde on a power play, but 28 seconds in to the man advantage. The Red Knights lose it in their own zone. Keeley was 2-on-2, made a move towards the net and just got past the Benilde-St. Margaret's defense and is able to beat Jalen Long to win it as Eden Prairie is Section 6 champions.
For Keeley, his first shorthanded goal of the season was a huge one, seemingly in Benilde-St. Margaret's grasp on the power play where they've been successful all season long, above 30% on the power play converting. But it was Keeley took advantage of his opportunity. A breakdown on that loose puck at neutral ice, taking it all the way to the other end and bringing Eden Prairie back to the state tournament.
Now we'll take a timeout and have the Sun Current postgame show on the way next here on PSB.
Stay current on what's going on in your local community. The Sun Current is a local community newspaper that serves several communities in the Southwest Metro, including Eden Prairie, Edina, and Bloomington. The Sun Current will keep you up to date with the latest comings and goings on your school board, city council, arts and entertainment, and community events. And make sure you check out their in-depth high school sports coverage featuring weekly articles on Eden Prairie, Edina, Jefferson, and Kennedy. From football and hockey to tennis and swimming, the Sun Current has your favorite team covered. Keep it local and visit the Sun Current website at current.mnsun.com.
Welcome back here to Mariucci Arena as Eden Prairie has just won the Section 6 championship. Jack Healy scoring a short-handed goal in double overtime as the Eagles are off to state, beating Benilde-St. Margaret's by a score of 3-2. Shots on goal 29-25 in favor of Eden Prairie. Kevin was able to catch video of that championship celebration for Eden Prairie. While he's doing that, let's give you a scoring recap of this evening's game. And taking a look at the scoring, Eden Prairie got on the scoreboard first. Steven Spinner scored at 2:55 of the first period, assisted by Luke Schnugrud and Brady Shue. That put the Eagles up 1-0 as Spinner was able to get behind the Benilde-St. Margaret's defense. Then just a couple of minutes into the second period, Spencer Noss tied things up, scoring his 31st goal of the season as we were 1-1. Benilde also scored at the very end of the second period at 14:03. Will Duda, second goal of the season, gave the Red Knights a 2-1 lead, and looked like they were really in control of the game. But third period, again, another early goal. This time Colton Schmidt on the power play tied things up at 2, and that's all the scoring we had for regulation. In overtime, that's of course where we found our game winner, Jack Keeley with the overtime goal. Jack Keeley picking up his 5th goal of the season, and that was the game winner, his first shorthanded goal. Taking a look at special teams numbers, Benilde-St. Margaret's will finish 0 for 2 on the power play. Eden Prairie will finish 1 for 2, plus they'll also have a shorthanded goal.
That'll make Lee Smith happy with the special team play tonight. Difference in the game.
Absolutely, yeah. Power play goal, going 1 for 2, and then also getting a shorthanded goal. If you want to see the championship celebration with video, Kevin was able to record that on his tablet. We'll get that posted to Twitter as soon as possible if you want to take a look at that. They're just announcing the players as they're giving Benilde-St. Margaret's their runner-up ribbons here for Section 6, and it's sportsmanship by both squads as they're shaking hands as soon as the player is called. I know for a lot of these Benilde and Eden Prairie players, they've been squaring off since youth hockey. In fact, I know they have, I think, 1 or 2 players that are actually grew up in the Eden Prairie program. As Benilde kind of draws players from all over the metro, as a lot of these guys know each other quite well. So 3-2 the final score. Eden Prairie will win it again. Our post-game show is brought to you by the Sun Current. Sun Current, your community news source for over 50 years in the Southwest Metro. Whether it's school board news, city council, community events, or high school sports, they got you covered with the Sun Current. They're now also mobile user-friendly at current.mnsun.com. Kevin, any final thoughts here on this one? Just an unexpected way to end the game. I don't think any of us here would have called a shorthanded goal to win it.
No, just a great played game overall. Again, both teams so evenly matched and so much history, having played each other twice last year, 3 times already this season heading into this section championship. And shout out to Benilde-St. Margaret's for their effort tonight, Eden Prairie for coming back, Luke Schnugrud for playing through that hand injury. He's talking to his head coach Lee Smith right now as both teams are being recognized for their performances out on the ice. Mike Grant handing out the medals so far for the runner-up, Benilde-St. Margaret's Red Knights, and we'll have the championship presentation coming up in just a few moments.
Yeah, again, I also want to second what you said, congratulating Benilde-St. Margaret's on a very good season. They lost a ton of talent on last year's squad that features Grant Bessie, among others. Showed a lot of resilience getting back here to the Section 6 championship, and I don't even think a lot of people expected Benilde to even be in this game. I think a lot of people thought for sure the number 1 seed Wayzata would be in this one, but the Red Knights played a very solid defensive game against the Trojans here to advance to the Section 6 championship, but they'll come up just a little bit short here against Eden Prairie as the Eagles win it 3-2. Don't forget, coming up in just a few minutes, we have a live video coverage of Edina versus Jefferson in the 2AA championship. Again, the reason why we're audio only tonight is that Section 6 does not allow live streaming of video, but Section 2 does. So that's the reason why the next game has video and this one does not. Make sure you tune in. That'll be a good one with Jefferson versus Edina here on PSB, as we'll turn things over to Bart Archer and Pete Wagner, who will have the call of that one. Again, it's not pay-per-view. It will be free to tune in. Tonight's game brought to you by the Tavern on 4 and 5, the Mulch Store, Performance Therapy Innovations, Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office, Advocare Clinics of Minnesota, the Sun Current, and also BEC TV. Make sure you give all those businesses your patronage, as they've been helping bring coverage of high school hockey here on PSB all season long. For Kevin Hagstrom, Pete Wagner, who joined us briefly in the third period, this is Brett Johnson. Thanks for tuning in all season long. We've been streaming Eden Prairie hockey games all season long. I definitely want to thank all the relatives, friends, and other fans for tuning into our broadcasts all season long. State tournament will not be here on PSB since it's on TV. You can check it out on Prep 45 if you live outside the area. I know Prep45.com will be, of course, streaming the state tournament with live video. So this is our final boys hockey broadcast for Eden Prairie this season. We'll, of course, be back next season, so make sure you tune in for that, and also stick around for other events that we'll cover throughout the year here on PSB Media. For Kevin Hagstrom, this is Brett Johnson signing off. Thanks for tuning in. Have a good night. Eden Prairie off to the state tournament, beating Benilde-St. Margaret's 3-2 in double overtime.
Thanks for tuning in to live local play-by-play coverage of the Eagles High School sports. Tonight's broadcast was brought to you by Umbria Gourmet Pizzeria, The Mulch Store, Alpha Investment Advisors, Performance Therapy Innovations, Brandy Warmbier State Farm Insurance Office, and Healthy Training. Keep it tuned to PSBMN.com for more broadcasts of Eagles High School sports.